Riku! Axel! Vincent! Sir Venom!
Spells shoot overhead, while the screeches of vampires and shouts of drow, tinged undercommon, pierce the darkness hanging heavily over the city center of Silvery Moon. You find yourselves locked in battle with now 4 other groups. 1. Casimir Velikov and his vampire spawn. 2. Petrina Velikovna, his sister, who leads a horde of drow warriors. 3. A gaggle of red wizards who randomly appeared out of nowhere. 4. A legion of fungi, led by none other than Ayuz. This was not what you expected to find when you teleported into the center of Silvery Moon. And yet this is the situation you find yourselves in. Having successfully extracted Methramar Arasume from the clusterfuck he was finding himself in. And so, Roosters, there is a moment of pause for you to recollect as the combatants look at each other with the arrival of Ayuz. I'm only going to give you like 10 minutes to really chat, because I don't want you to like discuss too much in game.
Yeah, I don't think we'll need full 10 minutes. Because the situation is we're surrounded. We got surrounded by 3 other groups. The one to our south they're very badly hurt. They're not really a huge factor at the moment.
But the vampires regenerate is the problem.
Yeah, the red wizards I don't like. Not like as far as what they can do to us, and I assume they've got all kinds of those counter spells and stuff. So if you're gonna do a spell, keep in mind it might get counterspelled. And then I use in the mushrooms. The mushrooms we have to use fire on probably if we remember from the ship. So
fire's helpful.
Yeah. Is there any way we can just dip out with the guy Methramar and the sword and the book?
Well, I think that scroll that I mentioned might be the play.
Well, tell us about it.
The one.
Which scroll do you have?
I think he's looking for exactly what it is. Because he mentioned it in we have like a group chat that they were talking about, but I just wanted to.
Sans DM, I get it.
Yeah, we just want to know for the record, like what exactly.
Pass without a trace.
All right. What would that do?
Getting there. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
It gives us like bonus to stealth rolls, doesn't it?
I believe it gives you a +10 to stealth rolls.
It does that. I'll drop it in the chat so everybody can feast their eyes. This is the wrong chat. So the part that I like is them not being able to follow us basically without magical means. Like the stealth will be nice, but this will give us.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have any magical tracking. That seems kind of niche.
And that makes it so people don't get opportunity attacks as well, or?
Oh, no, not at all. No, that doesn't do that, no.
Okay.
So the idea would be to sort of drop down below, because we're elevated right now, right?
Yeah.
If we could try to drop down together somehow, and then pop this, and then make a run for it, that might be the play.
Let me give you a little bit of like a reminder too about what you can see from your vantage point here in Silvery Moon. Somewhere off to the southeast in this direction, probably about a quarter mile, and based on your knowledge of Silvery Moon, Riku, that would be towards the Temple District. There is a large golden light radiating, sort of giving off like a bit of an aura in the vast darkness of the city. And the city is significantly darker than you ever remember it being at night. You
Yeah.
suspect that there's some level of magical darkness cast across this, especially because you left in the morning, and the city's a little more east than Neverwinter. Should not be any later than midday, but here you are in vast darkness. So I'll give you that as well.
So the idea is if we run away, that would be our destination.
All right.
Because we could potentially get some protection from these evildoers there.
So
like
just
they may not be able to enter.
we'll try to
Is
keep.
there any way to pit these guys against each other, our enemies, or are they all here for us?
The Red Wizards want to kill everyone, and then the other squads basically just want to kill us.
Did the Red Wizards say what they wanted in particular?
They said they wanted the book.
Yeah, they wanted the book.
They all want the book, but the Red Wizard like made a command like kill them all, and then that's when I fucking counterspelled his massive spell.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I like to pass without a trace. It'd be nice if we had like a plan B, but we can come up with that on the fly. I need to know what the turn order is. Like who's.
Yeah, I will give you the turn order. It's pretty unfavorable, is what I will say.
Yeah.
It goes 2 levels. So there's the Myconid Spore Servants and the Rot Trolls. And those are the two of the 3 types of individuals that have come with IUs. Cast the Betrayer. The guards are all dead, so let me just take them off the board at this point. Methramar Arasume, he's at a 17. IUs is a 14. Drow House Captain, Drow Assassin, Vampire Spawn, Riku. Regular Drows. Red Wizard Zulkir, so the boss of the Red Wizards. Vincent, Axel, the Doomguard Rotblades. They're the more powerful individuals amongst IU's followers. Sir Venom, Petrina Velikovna, the Red Wizards of Thay, and then I believe there's a Spectre still on the board.
Yeah.
So the Spectre goes dead last.
So as for the Roosters, it's gonna go Riku, Vincent, Axel, Sir Venom. So Riku is gonna go. So are we in range for you to do that Vanish Without a Trace thing right now?
I kind of want to get away from them so they don't see me cast it. Like if we can, so my thought process here is like if we can get like under like this is all elevated, right? If we could try to get under this together and then I cast it and then we fucking skirt out of
All
here,
right.
that would be ideal scenario.
So this round,
I can try to slow them down from chasing us before I drop down with you guys because I'm a teleport boy. I can just fucking Misty Step down there to get to you.
But we should all use
like-
our turn to get down.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then I can try to delay them.
So let's wrap this up with everybody get under the bridge.
Everyone under the bridge.
Yeah.
Meet under the bridge.
And then I'll
Methramar-
pass without a trace next round, hopefully, if we make it that far.
And Methramar Arasume yells like, "Back to the temple!"
Yep.
One step at a time. Meth boy.
Are you guys good then? Should we
Yeah.
jump back in?
I
Yeah,
think
we're
we
good.
got it, yeah. I think we're as good as we're
Alright.
going to be.
Yeah.
I know that I've definitely put you guys in a bit of a pickle in this one. But
I
No,
like
we'll be fine.
pickles.
I don't,
Makes it
but this
interesting.
one's good.
Like even if you added like a giant dragon, we could take him.
I did think about it.
If a giant
Um,
dragon
we-
swoops down from the sky,
We have one on our side. Maybe we'll
Each
call him up.
cab. Yeah, call him in.
I mean, Sir Venom
Oh.
has sending, doesn't he? Or is it just me?
I don't have it prepared.
What level is that?
Did we let Rudy know what's going on?
No. He's on his own mission. I mean, I have just last thing before we start, little housekeeping. I have 4 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 3 level 4s, 2 level 5s, and a level 6.
Sounds
So I
pretty good.
I still got some ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly in the same boat, except my 6 is gone. My 6 and my
No.
7 are both used.
You can get the 6 back though, remember?
No, I think you misread that.
Oh.
I can't restore a 6th level spell slot with that divine thing. It's only up to
Are you-
3rd level.
But you have a wizard feature that said you could.
Oh, I do?
Why don't you take a look, brother?
Oh yeah, I forgot that I multi-classed.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I haven't looked at like any of the wizard stuff other than it lets me use the staff.
Which is
Well,
pretty good, but I would advise like, hey, take a look at that one
Yeah.
particular.
yeah, getting
Yeah,
your
if I
6th level spell back would be pretty nice.
It would be, especially because I think heal is 6th level, and that could be
It
pretty
is.
useful.
And heal
gonna-
is also like a over time thing, because like if you cast it, you get HP back every round, I believe.
Is that just like the wizard version
No,
of Action
it's
Surge?
heal is just a one and done,
Okay.
just straight 70 HP. I think you're thinking of maybe regenerate.
Yes, regenerate.
is
Yeah, you're right.
7th level.
Yep.
All right,
You're
I'm pulling up
correct.
the wizard as well because I want to just double see what you have here. Arcane recovery. Once per day, when you finish a short rest, you may choose to expend spell slots to recover. Expend spell slots.
Oh,
Is
does
that
that
the one
does
that you're
that
thinking
be
of?
after a short rest?
Let me see. I'll find it.
And it
No, I
has to
read
be based
something
on
about.
wizard level, technically.
Let's see.
Yeah, up to a combined level of 1. Because I'm only level 1 wizard.
Oh, I see. I saw the 6th level and thought that that's what you could get. My bad.
You
In
saw the
fairness to
6
you-
and were just like got a huge boner. I was like, oh shit, 6.
Yeah, that's a big
in,
number.
in fairness, I do think that in Baldur's Gate they do it the way you were expecting, Riku.
Yeah.
Like I think you could like use it as a bonus action or something. But like yeah, not in regular D&D. So, all right.
Well,
Should I begin to make moves?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring it on.
All right. Uh, the myconid spore servants begin moving across the field, and they move rather slowly. Actually, you see, and it takes all of their energy to get I don't know, roughly 40 feet. And so I'm just gonna start like grabbing and moving these guys. Actually, you can probably get there then. And they're just gonna start yanking up there. Some of these other myconid spore servants, 25, will go to Vincent. They will run up to the vampires. They're just going to start going for anyone and everything that they can. Like they just start running all over the place, basically. And yeah, let's put him here. But they really shamble in like an odd sort of manner. They're really kind of slow, not zombie-like, but not exactly normal human either. That is their full turn because they didn't have enough movement to do anything other than just that. So they used up their action with that. The rot trolls, which are these really odd looking things in the back, they're sort of like giant flying mushrooms. They will begin throwing spore bombs around the field. It'll come across as like a different thing on the roll, like it'll be called claw or bite, but they're basically spore bombs that get thrown across the field of play here. And the first one is going to throw something at the red wizards, and specifically this like middle one. And that's going to be a hit. So the splash damage is going to be done as a bomb to the friends. The bomb damage is 8, but then the splash damage to all of the red wizards around. And the spores don't hurt the myconid folk themselves or the fungi folk themselves. So it's going to be 28 points of damage. So I'm just going to record that quickly here.
Record away.
And then, so this is going to happen a few different times. They might end up having to figure out some moves here. but there's going to be some cast towards your direction as well. That's also going to be a hit. And let's see, 5 and 29. Wow, 34 points of damage. These ones are going to move up to here and here. And I'm going to say that they're going to throw a bomb right here on everyone. And if it just hits the drow, it hits everyone effectively because it's like a targeted attack. Let's see. That drow is going to take. I think that might be a miss on the drow house captain. Oh, no, exactly a hit. So it's going to be 12 points of damage against him. That might kill him. No, that doesn't kill him. He's a little too strong for that. But I rolled real low on the d8s, so it's going to be 20 points of damage to him, 8 points of damage to Riku, Methramar, Patrina.
Even if isn't Methramar like 20 feet below them or something?
Oh, that's a very good point. You're correct. So therefore, he does not take the damage. Good call. And then there's going to be one more, and this next one is going to hit Sir Venom. So it's going to target you, Sir Venom, and like you might be able to like bounce it off your armor into a different direction. Yeah. So that's going to be a miss.
Yeah, I hold up my shield and just ping.
Cass. What would Cass like to do? He will. Gosh, he's got so many fun toys here.
Ooh.
Who has Cass's sword?
Definitely not Sir Venom.
I think
He's,
Sir Venom
he's
has
hiding it.
You're hiding it?
You can't-
It's just slung across my back.
Okay.
I'm not doing a very good job of hiding it.
Hiding it in open sight.
Oh.
Gotcha. He will. He will begin to. Let me think. Transform into the mist again? Nah. How fast is he? 40 feet. That's. Damn, so Axel's even faster than a vampire? He'll leap over the side, move to here, charge into battle. What was that? How many feet was
15.
that? 15. So if he can get here with 40, he will do that. He will yell, "Give me my sword!" And he will jump into the middle of the fray here and use the rest of his action to do so. Is there anything else? So he's not going to be able to regenerate this turn because he's within the sunlight. He takes 20 damage from being in the sunlight by ending his turn there.
And then the Radiant, I believe, as well, if he ends his turn.
Extra d6.
I think it's either start or ends, one or the other. Let me just.
Sure.
Undead that starts its turn in the area takes 1d6.
Okay. So
So-
next turn potentially.
Yeah.
He will use as a bonus action to end his turn. He will use Menacing Glare, and he will use it on. Who does he want to frighten? Or are you all immune to frightened?
We're immune, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Ah, fuck.
He
will
doesn't,
use
he doesn't
it.
know that though.
Yeah, he'll use it on Vincent, and it will just like not work. And he looks surprised. That will be his turn. What would you like Methramar to do?
I would like
Ask
him
him
not.
if he can patch himself up or something.
Yeah, if he can heal himself, but I don't want him going anywhere. He's got to stay in that spot.
Okay.
Maybe under
You
the
guys can
bridge.
start moving a little bit.
Yeah,
get
like
under the bridge,
under
maybe.
the bridge, but yeah, I don't like running off. And
He will. So he doesn't have the ability to heal himself. He's like a quote unquote paladin. He actually has mage spells and he has fighting abilities. So he's got a little bit of a fighter mage, sort of in the vein of Riku, but specifically fighter wizard combo. He could, if you would like, he could drop one of the following spells: Banishment, Globe of Invulnerability, Wall of Force. Only one of them, and like it would burn the others. He could use Lightning Bolt or Dispel Magic, and he could use both of them once each. And then he has a few cantrips.
Ooh. You guys know
Wall of
about
Force
more
could be
about.
interesting.
Yeah, I would say the force one or the banishment. Banishment would just be a
How big?
troll.
How big is Wall of Force?
Wall of Force
I
is
think it's
pretty
pretty big.
large.
If we combine his wall of force with my globe of invulnerability, um, we'd be protected against everything.
Well, let's wait till we get to the church potentially for that.
The Wall of Force does last for 10 minutes, just in case that helps you decide on anything.
I think
Also concentration.
Wall of Force doesn't seem that cool, but I think using it as like an escape.
Yeah, that's
like,
the idea.
Yeah.
Give us some
well,
space.
Yeah. I think it's the least coolest, but the most useful in this situation.
Because I'm worried if we try to banish one of these fuckers, they're just gonna come right back. Like,
Yeah, that's what I say would be a troll move. Like, just get Ayus out of here.
and also they could probably just like beat the roll. You know, these guys
Yeah.
are high level.
I'd say we'll have them hold the wall one.
Maybe
And-
like sling a firebolt or something.
He could sling a firebolt, yeah, if that's
Yeah,
something you would like him to
What
do.
what if
You guys
he
have a
could?
vampire spawn like right on your dicks.
What it doesn't. It's just one. What if he could Wall of Force like the south area? Is that possible?
Yeah, if that's something you would like him to do.
Yeah, but
do you guys think?
all the vampire spawns, they can all like climb.
I don't think they can climb a invisible Wall of Force. Is that a thing?
Well, they can climb underneath it. Would the wall of force like block off the top and below the bridge?
I'm not sure. I don't really use this spell.
A lot of these are dead. So many of these are dead. Doesn't even. I'd rather
Yeah.
We
Plus
need
they
to
would
like slow
just-
them down.
make the wall,
know?
put
Plus,
the
if-
wall
if-
right here, and then we run when we're running this way.
Yeah, I think
Wall
that
there,
would be a better
and then we
use of
run.
it. 'Cause I don't think blocking off the bridge would really do much because they could just like climb down this way or climb down that way.
Can you run back the list again?
Yeah. So he's got Wall of Force, Banishment, and a Globe of Invulnerability. He can use only one of them. He can use Lightning Bolt and Dispel Magic either one time each or one of them twice. And then he has a few cantrips. And actually, none of his cantrips. No, that's sorry. He does have one cantrip that's it's called Swift Light. So it's basically a firebolt.
I vote he just throws a swift light at someone.
He gets a +7 on it. Who actually he'll target a vampire. He's going to target a vampire spawn he thinks looks weak. He will get a 26. That's going to be a hit. It's going to do 3d10.
Oh damn! Actually, I guess that's what one of our firebolts would do too.
Yeah, exactly. And he actually gets a +3 to it. He targets this vampire spawn next to Vincent, and he kills it.
Nice.
So you guys get a little bit of action economy back with that. Would you like him to move anywhere? Begin to move in the direction that you'd want him to go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least like under the bridge.
under the bridge, like on this side, maybe.
All right.
Like under that
Hunker
square.
Well,
down, hunker
Yeah.
down a bush.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just like make him invisible, but like I'll still be able to see him.
Yeah.
But he's right there.
Okay.
Let's see. It is Ayu's turn. And Ayuz is not happy.
His problem.
If I see a move like I use starting to make moves, can I like use a reaction or something to like yell something out?
You can. He is going to move to here. He will be moving forward. And he is going to cast Cloud Kill.
Oh shit!
The hell is that?
It is a big, poisonous, noxious bit of like fog.
Yeah. Do
I think we're
poison.
protected from poison.
like, why do you say stuff like that?
That's okay.
Well, he doesn't know that, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing these characters in the right way. He doesn't know
Yeah.
that. He will put Cloud Kill right. Yeah, he definitely wants to get both Cass and Patrina as well. And he centers it actually up above. So I don't think it hits Axel and Methramar based on where they're standing. It definitely doesn't hit Methramar right away. It does hit Axel. Sorry, and it hits Axel because Methramar is actually blocked by the bridge a little bit. So it lasts for the duration. You all must please make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Oops, do this. She is actually going to do this. Okay, so she succeeded. If you got beneath a 19, you have failed. So Riku failed. Sir Venom and Axel succeeded. Vincent, are you still there?
Vinny, baby.
I'm here. I'm trying to roll it. It won't roll.
Gotcha.
Just popping
Can
up.
you roll it in Owlbear? We haven't tried that.
Oh yeah. If you click the dice thing and click on a d20,
Yeah,
And then
Yeah,
just
I
add your
gotta-
modifier.
there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
19
cool.
plus 8.
Nice, dude. All right. Success from Vinny. You will take half damage. It's going to be 5d8 poison damage. So...
Oh, damn.
What if we're immune?
Yeah, we're immune to poison.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were just like resistant or something.
We're immune to the poison condition, not poison damage.
Is that how that works?
Very
Okay.
different.
Okay. I'll take it
Okay.
still. So it's half.
Well, actually, it says the creature is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened. So I'm
Look at
like,
Hero's Feast.
based on the sense, it sounds like, since it's with being frightened, it sounds like it's referring to the condition, but just says becomes immune to poison.
Looking at... Ooh. I think you are immune to poison damage.
Really?
I don't think you take any of this damage based on this.
Owie. That's pretty big.
Poison. That is huge.
Hero's Feast is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Right?
We are not the first people. Yeah, resistance. Maybe that's the new one. Grants immunity to poison in any form. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you guys do not take that damage. Methramar's out of range. Patrina Velkovna succeeds, but she takes half damage. So she'll take a little bit of poison damage. You can hear her coughing daintily behind you. The vampires are immune to poison, so they are not impacted by this. The drow, funny enough, they might actually be... Oh, they might be fucked. So that drow captain near you, he is going to... Yeah. Well, that one's dead, actually. Drow captain, this one. He takes the 24 points of damage. He is not looking great. Vampires. Okay. Drow house captain. The drow captain at this point, Riku, he is going to take a swing at you. He will take 2 of these.
I think my
First
AC is boosted, but I'm not sure how high anymore.
I think it's like at least a 24 is what we'll say.
Just gonna look back at my previous rolls.
Both of the rolls are too low. They both miss,
Okay.
regardless.
Okay.
And he will move to here.
It won't matter soon because it's on my turn and then that goes away.
Drow captain.
More things
Drow
start attacking me. Fuck.
Yeah. There is one more drow captain is going to get 2 attacks against you. And he will take these scimitar attacks. That's going to be a miss. And it looks like that's going to be a miss as well.
Those miss my normal AC, so yeah.
Nothing to worry about there. And I think that's like most of the drow captains, to be honest. I think, oh, there's this one here, but like if he begins to run back and around, he'll get to like here. I don't think there's anything else there, to be honest. You've killed quite a lot of guys to the south. The drow assassins, however, are a completely different beast. They will run and jump down the roof and go after you, Axel. And the assassin is going to try to hit you with a short sword attack. They get 2 of these against you. That's gonna be a miss.
And so drow, they're not like Was it undead? So they're not undead,
Nope.
right? Yeah. Okay.
No.
They're just underdark creatures.
Wait, do those captains just run into the cloud kill?
Yes. And in fact, they fail their save, so they will take 24 points of damage as well. And in fact, this one, after attacking you a few times, breathing heavily, jumping down, collapses and dies.
Damn.
Is there another drow assassin to grab?
I use this like
down,
helping.
down,
Very chaotic.
jump over. They failed, so they're going to take 24 points of damage and die as they like sprint towards you, trying to reach you. You do notice that there is like an extreme disregard for their own lives that is rather disturbing, Axel. This one will go here. It will take the same amount of damage and die. They will get attacks against you, so I will make those attacks. So it's going to be 4 more attacks from the Drow Assassins against you, Axel. One of those is going to be a hit by the looks of it. It's a 19. It's just not settled yet. And then the next one is going to be a 2. So that's a miss. This one that hits, I do need you to make a... oh, that's going to be poison damage, so I won't even roll it. You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'll do the
Man,
next one.
Axel's so strong, he just killed him by like flexing his pecs at them.
That is a hit, however. And then that's a natural 20. So I'll do normal damage and critical damage.
Ooh.
Okay, so another 18 points of slashing damage. I
So
didn't even bother rolling the poison
18.
damage.
So that's for the crit. That's one attack.
11
combined.
was for the crit.
Okay. So, but one of the attacks was 11.
9 and then 18. One was 11.
I feel like
max.
this is the only time I'm getting hit, so I'll just do use my reaction to like have it again. So
Okay.
the bigger one, so it would be 12, but then half, so that'll be 3, and then 7. It's like 7. I think that's
Yeah, that sounds right.
7 damage. All right. Cool.
And I think that's most of the Drow Assassins. I might move a few more up if I see them, but like, I don't think anybody's going to attack you at the moment. Vampire Spawn. Man, everyone gets to go before you guys. This is kind of wild. Ooh, yeah, this could be bad for you though. Let's start backwards. So starting within the circle, Riku, do you want to roll me a d6, please?
You got it. Radiant damage coming at you. Hold 2.
Okay, so I'm going to add 2 to everything, and if they start within the inner circle, do they take 20?
They definitely get fucked hard from that one. Let me double.
An extra 10. Oh, wow. They have this power called Radiant Aversion. Each time the spawn takes radiant damage, they take an extra 10 radiant damage. So it's actually going to be 12 for all of them. That does kill at least one of them down here. 12, 12, 12. All these other ones are
1d8.
alive.
Or no. Is it on this one? Shit up.
Well, so this guy's going to have 45.
It's whatever sunlight does to vampires. It's that.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Yes.
that's why it's not on my sword.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so they all do take like a bunch of extra damage there. They're all looking pretty rough, and I'll tell you right now, the vampire spawn have 60 hit points apiece, so pretty rough looking. They are also relatively they're just like not worried with their own safety, and they will begin. And I'm just gonna like move some of these dead vampire spawn out of the way just so we can see a little better because it's a clusterfuck in there. Some of these guys out of the way. This vampire spawn's going to come down here to fight Axel. And in fact, they're both going to get into these positions. And they're going to get advantage on you, Axel. This vampire spawn is going to move here.
but they're undead, so they're disadvantaged because of Servenom.
Oh,
Oh,
true,
That
true.
is true.
And then
Yeah.
also the light. They're getting hurt by that, I assume.
Yes.
They're starting in the D6. All right, I'll roll.
They'll move
Actually,
to here. This one's
actually
gonna
no,
go
they
to
moved
Ayu's.
into it, so does that count as starting if they move into it?
Yeah, it counts.
Another
Or
two.
no, it'll be the other. It'll be their next turn. Sorry, you're right. If it's starting, it'll be their next turn. All right, so they get disadvantage. There's going to be a bunch of attacks here. Let's take flat attack against Vincent first, starting with the vampire spawn with the white skin. So just a flat claw attack against you, Vincent. A 20 to hit,
That'll hit.
Oh, it's at a disadvantage though.
but it has advantage because the specter's on the other side of it.
Ah.
So that's a flat attack. 6 points of claw damage. Please make a dexterity saving throw to see if you're grabbed by this creature. They'll take another attack against you as well. And they will try to bite you. Oh,
Nat
natural
20.
20. All right. So you don't get grabbed by them. They will bite you with a 20. What did I roll for that? A 25 for the bite. And they'll do 10 points of damage and then 12 points of necrotic.
So 22.
Yep. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 12 as well.
Oh.
And make sure you don't like overwrite your actual hit points fully. I don't know how that works technically with a D&D Beyond character sheet, but because you will get it back on like a long rest, it'll undo it should undo itself theoretically.
Yeah, there's like a separate thing for a max.
Yeah,
HP
there's a space for it.
modifier.
Okay,
You
cool.
can go up or down.
All right. Is that that was that one? We're gonna go against Sir Venom, and it will be a flat roll again for claw and then a bite. That's a natural 1. The bite is a 23.
That's a miss.
Damn it. That is all that one can do. Riku, I'm gonna do a bite and a claw against you. The bite is gonna be a 10, so that's gonna be a miss. And the claw, that's another 10. Both are misses. All right, Axel. These ones have flat attacks against you. Ooh, the bite is going to be a hit. The second bite from the other one is a miss. The bite is going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and then 11 points of necrotic, and you take 11 points off your maximum. The claw attacks are going to be a 25 to hit and an 18 to hit. So that's going to be a total of 9 points of slashing damage and 11 points of slashing damage. So it should be a total of 36 points of damage across it all.
Okay, 30s. Okay, and the last 2 attacks were 20s, 10. So okay, there. Those are my temp HP's gone.
Same.
And then, the max is decreased by. So is that a decrease? From
Maybe
what
it's
it
not.
is
Shit.
currently. Because
Yes.
okay. So okay, 144.
So basically, the deal with the necrotic damage reducing your max
Oh.
HP is that your overall pool of hit points gets lowered, so that healing is actually less effective.
A good thing it gave us all those
Oh, okay.
boost
So
to our max
11.
HP.
Got it. Wait.
That said, those ones sprinted up to there. Do they want to go further? I think this one's going to actually go all the way up to here. This one's going to go here. And they are going to... I'm just going to make some attacks on these guys really quick. Riku, what would you like to do?
So shit is starting to hit the fan. We are getting surrounded, boys. And Riku's going to try to give us an opening to do that, to get away. So
Ooh.
what he's going to do is he's going to cast Destructive Wave.
Ooh, classic.
So this is call that the radiant damage,
Holy smokes.
and then this is the thunder damage.
And which direction are you casting that in?
So it is a 30 radius, I believe, in all
Oh, 30.
directions against enemies. And if they fail a con 18, they are also knocked prone.
30-foot radius. Wow.
It's my yellow.
Oh, it's your
The
yellow.
big,
Perfect.
yeah, the big yellow.
Okay. A con?
Con 18.
So I can already tell you. So 45 points of damage, and a bunch of that's radiant. Every single one of those vampires is dead.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll start here. What level spell was
Given a-
that?
That was a 5th.
The Drow Captain is dead, even if he saves. Both of those Drow Captains are dead. The Spectre is dead. I'm literally just gonna rip him right off the board because he's annoying. And then that brings us to Patrina and Cass. Cass is going to. Oh, sorry. Add. Yeah, he succeeds even though he doesn't add everything to it.
No prone.
Patrina is going to also succeed by the looks of it. Do they take half damage from this?
Yes.
Okay. That being said, so the 20 points was the radiant.
Yes.
Okay, so Cass is actually going to take 30 there for that. And do they take half damage? Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so heal that back. 13. Cool. So it did quite a bit to Cass, funny enough. I think it did like a total of 28 points of damage. To Patrina, it's going to do all of it. It's going to just drop all 45, actually.
Okay.
Is there anyone
This
else
one dead
there?
too?
Oh, yes. Yep. That one is dead. 45 points of damage. Let me just make a roll for the servants.
These
I
mushroom
cannot.
bitches.
Oh, wow. They got a 20.
God damn it.
So 45, half.
They're still on their feet.
Yep. They do take 23 points of damage apiece. So they are still up. They've got quite a bit of health, but still going. And I think
That was
that's
still a
it.
pretty that was a pretty big move.
Yep. Give us some space to get the fuck out of here.
That
Like,
spell
did
is
that vampire-
for a 5th level spell, that's pretty dope.
That is pretty
That's
dope.
why it's my magical secret spell. That's why I grabbed it.
I actually have to check that vampire spawn because I didn't realize it had a bunch of health. Okay, it fails. It is nearly dead
And prone.
and prone.
You tripped a ghost.
It's a vampire.
That being said, Riku, I think you need to. You
Go on.
started their turn inside the cloud kill, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. That is a fail. That's under a 19. So you are going to
Mhm.
take 5d8.
Is it poison?
Oh, it is poison. Fuck. I
Okay.
keep forgetting.
There's a lot to remember here. A lot of things on the board.
This is true. All right. Yeah, go. Is there anything else you'd like to do for movement?
Oh yeah,
and
I'm
bonus?
still fucking hasted, baby.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, before I leap over the side, I'm gonna try to attack this guy.
Okay.
So, and I only get one attack because I cast a spell. So hopefully I
Oh.
fucking hit.
Sorry, he's actually dead. That's my bad. I think,
Oh.
I think you should have a dead
Plot
thing on him.
twist.
Well then,
Nice.
And you know what? I'm just gonna rip a bunch of these guys off the board so you can actually see.
okay. Wow, that really did thin the numbers out. Holy shit.
There's a lot of dead bodies everywhere, but yeah.
Yeah, just to make things easier. Do I try to swing at these guys before I run? I think I'm gonna. So, uh, from my recollection, between these two, does it seem like she's probably lower HP?
Yes, I think it does.
All right. So Riku's gonna move closer and go for a swing. This is also boys to increase my AC if I hit. I'm not just doing this for cinematic purposes.
Shits and giggles.
Oh, so close.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
So there's that. Plus that, plus that, plus we're throwing on Bard stuff.
Holy shit.
So I have a +6 to my AC, so I'm at 23. I'm just gonna put it on my name now, so it's easier for me to remember.
Okay.
Riku, the 23rd Steward of Yartar.
3. Okay, so I hit her. I didn't enter. I see. Okay. Hit her. Did the massive spell. Hit Patrina. I'm gonna throw up the peace sign and jump over this and down.
She will take an attack of opportunity. Oh no, she will not. She will not do an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, you bitch! Tried to bait a reaction.
Smart. It's very smart. I'm
Okay.
gonna keep track of this.
Because I am also they should have disadvantage because the boots. She
Yep.
swung. So the guy underneath the bridge, he's here, right?
Methramar is under the bridge right there, and I can pop him back out for you if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, just to. So Riku's gonna be like say to actually get ready to run, and then move here, and then I suppose I'll just wait for people to join us under the bridge. Actually, no, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go like here.
All right.
And trying to think, can I do anything with my bonus action? Oh, I gotta get rid of this for Bardic. How many rounds were there last time? Was it 2, 3?
2. This is the third round.
Okay, so all right. That's good then. I kept track of my Bardics properly.
Cool.
Use my
Full
bonus
turn?
action. 2. Yeah, that's it. And I'll just wait for the boys to get down here.
All right. The remaining drow, there's let me see. There's only a few. They're gonna like spend their turns sprinting up here, spend their turn sprinting up to here. That's them. Red Wizard of Zulkir. He is going to. Oh god, he's like really surrounded.
Oh, if only he had a 9th level spell left to use on those guys. But oh wait,
He's gonna use Cone of Cold.
Yeah, he's got a deep bag, man.
yeah, but isn't like only don't you only ever get one 9th level spell slot?
Yeah,
he's like
pretty
level
much.
20 dog.
But this guy is pretty dope. So he can hit all these guys with a Cone of Cold.
Damn,
real
Cold
question
was
is-
huge.
Yes, 60 foot. Should have a 60-foot range. Double check that. It's even bigger than that, actually. So,
I'm pretty sure it's like my helmet spell that I have, but more powerful.
yeah. Yes.
That's one of my staff spells. Can't wait to
Cone
break
of
that
Cold?
baby out. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to use Cone of Cold against all of that, basically. What I will do is I'm going to look at Vincent. You're next. I'm going to resolve Cone of Cold while Vincent goes.
All right. Well, Vincent's gonna. What can I do on as an action? Disengage to not
Yeah.
take.
Yep.
You can do that. Yep.
Or should I try to get one more kill to charge my bow?
You should try to get out first.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna disengage and ninja acrobatics off the bridge and down below.
All right. Can you just give me an acrobatics roll for that, Vincent? Anything above a 15 is a success. Anything under that will just give you a little bit of damage. What did you get?
I got a.
Oh,
I was gonna
Nat
say,
one.
what's your modifier? I
But
don't think it matters.
I haven't. I have Indomitable, so I'm gonna use it.
That's not what that
So it
is.
still doesn't matter. 3. 3 isn't much better. So
we'll say you go ahead and spend a lucky point if you want to retry that, just because I don't think Undomitable works with
That-
skill. It only
yeah,
works with a check.
That's for saves.
Oh well, yeah, that was not what it just was.
No, it
Let's
was
see.
a
Oh,
acrobatics
okay.
check. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll do a lucky.
Okay.
Should still have more movement though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take damage. Just give it to me.
I think that's like. So you use 2 luckies.
Ayuz takes the full force of the cone of cold. He failed his dexterity saving throw, and you can see like everything across his mushroom-laden armor is frosted. He rips off. He's got like these big 3 mushroom patches across his armor. He rips one of them off and slaps it onto his face, in which it sort of like melds onto his skin, and he has burned one of his legendary resistances to overcome the cone of cold.
Nice.
One of the shamblers did end up perishing. All of them took max damage from the Cone of Cold. The Zulkir will then, as a bonus action, because he can cast 2 leveled spells at the same time, he will Misty Step to here. Let me just make sure.
I thought you still had movement left, Vincent.
I only 5, 10, 15, 20. I mean, I'm just like under the bridge.
Okay.
Do you want to be under the bridge there, Vincent, or would you like to be under the bridge further? Because you are only like, if you move there, you won't actually take any of the damage from your acrobatics move. But if you go down an extra level, like you see what I'm saying? Because you only went down about 7 or 8 feet,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
jumping down there won't do anything to hurt you. If you want to then jump down
Then-
another 7 or 8 feet, you'll be okay.
Yeah. I was gonna jump down to the first one, then jump down to the second one to join the rest of them.
Gotcha.
Do it one at a time. But then be under.
Gotcha. You are under the bridge next to Methramar, and Riku above you is Patrina. After your turn, Vincent, Cass will take his legendary actions. He will attempt to. He's going to attempt to reach over and grab the sword off your shoulder, Sir Venom. Can you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh.
20.
He's going to give you an opposed strength roll. Oh, you overcame it.
Ooh.
So that burns 2 points of his legendary actions, I'm going to say. He will then, however, move without provoking attacks of opportunity and leap down and slams on the ground in front of Riku. He just like runs over and jumps off the bridge, basically. He is going to take. He doesn't really care. He's going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, falling damage for it, and that will bring us to Axel's turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm thinking of killing. Patrina's Kaz's sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he became a vampire to like
Save
bring her
her.
back to life. So
She's up on the bridge.
I think it'd be pretty funny to try to kill her.
Funny is one way of putting it.
Yeah. So we'll hop up and then right here. And then we'll take a couple swings. Going big.
Okay.
Great weapon master and recklessly attacking.
Give me an acrobatics or an athletics check just to make sure you get up there. As long as you're not hitting like a natural 1 on your athletics check, you should be okay. Okay, cool. And you definitely hit.
25 to hit. Nice. Okay, we're looking good.
Oh, damn.
So that's
Wow.
24 plus 10, so 34. Um, I'll make sure I get the job done. So it's gonna be sneak attack.
Okay.
So that was another. Can't actually see it.
13.
13. All right. So 13, and then I don't know how bad does she look fucked up?
She looks. Let me see. 35. She is bloodied.
Was she bloody before I attacked her, or just
She was not.
she was not? Okay. So I don't think I could kill her in one more attack. I was gonna taunt Kaz and tell him I was gonna kill his sister, but
I mean, you can if you want.
Still on the
okay.
board.
I would tell him his sister ain't looking too good.
Riku, you see him snarl and sort of look up.
And go for another
He sees,
swing
he
on
sees
her.
on me,
Axel
bud.
jump up.
All right, same as the first. Here we go. Okay. 4 plus 2 plus 10. Another 31.
Big.
Another 31 points of damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
And
Is that your full turn?
no, I'm gonna do my movement. What I use? How much movement did I use to get up here? Like,
I'm gonna say, where did you jump from? Was it like right here?
I started. Yes, I started here and then jumped here and then over here.
I'm gonna say that was 25 points of movement because it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Cool. And I will. Oh shit! Cinematically, jump off the railing. Absolutely no
Okay.
disregard for safety.
Why don't you get on the other side of Kaz?
Do you take falling damage?
If I have to, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Give me a dexterity saving throw just to see if you can mitigate some of this, but it will otherwise be 11 points of falling damage.
Okay.
So that's a
11,
fail.
so 6 with the. Okay, so you want me to get next, like on the same, want to sandwich them and get like here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I failed
Yes,
my.
please.
I think I went prone. What was the like? Did I go prone when I
Yeah.
failed that check?
You would have gone prone, correct?
Okay. Would
You
I?
have
So
a million movement.
You still do. You do still have like
Yeah.
20 feet of movement.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'll just get up and move next to it.
Okay.
Make sure I'm following the rules. Okay.
He sees you like
Follow the
stumble.
rules.
Dust yourself
you-
off.
Or you could just say you did a combat roll.
Yeah.
But
So
that combat roll definitely hurt.
Yeah. All right. And is Riku's under the bridge?
Yep.
He is.
Okay, so we got him sandwiched.
Everyone besides Patrina's under the bridge.
Nice.
Answer Venom. I'm still up here.
Axel. Oh, you don't take any of the poison damage. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Never mind. Anything else you'd like to do?
That is the end of my wait. I still have a bonus action, don't I?
What can you do with your boner action?
I think just rogue shit, which isn't really anything crazy. Yeah, I'm ending my turn.
Okay. Patrina yells, "Cass, I think it's time to go," and she will use one of her 3 legendary actions to run over and jump down. She is going to take. Let's just double check. But I think she's probably going to take a few points of damage from this. She does. She will also be prone. She doesn't really care because she's going to use her next 2 legendary actions to use a spell, and she will grab onto Cass, and she will cast Plane Shift.
Damn. Did not see that coming.
Is anybody trying to do anything in response to that?
I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah. We're counterspelling that shit.
Damn.
But I have to
Counterspell
cast it.
fucking everything.
I'm casting it at 4th level because I'm on a 3rd level slots.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll because this is a 7th level spell you're trying to beat.
What do I roll again? Just a straight d20?
Yep.
And then it's a plus 10 on this?
It's your charisma modifier and your spellcasting modifier.
So we're gonna session inspiration that.
All right. Getting spicy.
I really want them to stay. We're having a party. Oh, all right. God damn it.
She grabs Cass by the ankle 'cause she's prone on the ground as she does this from falling over. She grabs them both, and they plane shift out of here. That was her legendary actions. She burned every single legendary action she had to be able to do that. That brings us to the Doom Guards. They will. These guys are pretty cool, but I don't know if I can do a shit ton with them at the moment. Yeah, they're
Sir Venom hears from above. Where are you?
60 feet.
Or from below.
45. They'll go
I assume-
there.
I assume you go like next or something, right?
I think so. Or I go soon because we're
Yeah.
running out of people to go.
They get to. Oh, actually, they don't get to take these attacks. Yes, Sir Venom, you do get to go.
Okay. So I'd see Spider Bitch teleport away, and I'd yell out in despair, loud enough for IUs and the Red Wizards to hear. No, she got away with the book. That bitch.
Roll a deception check.
Still trying this.
15.
Terrible.
So I'm going to do a blind roll to you all on some of these guys. But keep going. You don't know if they believe you or not.
Yeah. Well, I figure you might as well plant the seeds of doubt in their mind.
Yep.
And then
Fair.
I would I'd cinematically fly up, burst out of the cloud kill, trailing green smoke behind me, and fly down to land next to Methramar. And then I would cast because he's like looking real bad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Axel also took a fuck
looking.
ton of damage.
Axel's
He's
all
at
right.
like almost a
Oh, never mind then.
quarter. He's under a quarter of his health.
Okay. So I will cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Okay.
So that would be.
Do not envy looking at your spell sheet.
8. Yeah, there's a lot of spells. Uh, 25 health back.
Okay. He's still bloodied, but doing better.
And then can I like use like a bonus action the rest of the movement to try to like have him put like an arm over my shoulder and like get him out of the cloud kill range?
Um,
Or would that
you
need a full
can-
action?
I think that's a full action.
Okay. And then because that was barely any of my movement from here.
And the
to
way
here.
that I ruled the cloud kill for him was it didn't reach him the first turn. It's definitely going to reach him the second turn.
Yeah, which is why I wanted to try to get him out of there. So it was 15 feet and then 15 feet down. So in a straight line,
10, 15.
that'd be what? Like,
I think you've used 25 feet is what I would say.
okay. 25. So I still have 35 left. So yeah, I like look at the boys and be like, all right. Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta wait for Riku to cast a spell. I'd hunker down in a bush. And be like,
Alright.
you gotta get to that light. Do your thing, Riku.
Red Wizards of Thay. The first one will use negative energy flood. Ooh, do I want to use that or do I want to use?
What the fuck is that spell?
I'm going to use Fireball, actually. They're going to drop some fireballs. Did someone leave?
Sound like it.
Lose Vincent?
I think we lost Vincent.
It's not really windy tonight, is it?
It might have been earlier today, but
Take my fucking medicine before I forget.
Yeah, don't want to forget that.
oh, there it is.
I'm not used to taking medicine.
Or actually, the
You
question
still
about
there,
this.
Vincent?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I have a question about the tunic of invisibility that me and Vincent have.
Yes.
It just says while wearing, pull the hood over your head to cause yourself to become invisible, but it doesn't say like economy wise if it costs like an action, bonus action. Oh, never mind. Pulling the hood up or down requires an action. Answer my own question.
Okay. So yeah, they drop a fireball. Let me
Where?
pop that open. Right
Oh,
there.
thank God.
They drop a fireball trying to get rid of a
Nice.
bunch of these guys. Ayuz is going to counterspell it. Another one is going to do the exact same thing and try to
Yes.
drop a fireball.
Yes. Spam it.
Ayuz is going to burn another one of his legendary reactions
Jeez.
Yes.
to counterspell it. And a third one will do the same thing.
Yes.
And this time Ayuz does not counterspell it. But let's see. I think it's gonna hurt all these guys enough
stack?
to kill a
Those
bunch of
stack?
them. Well, there's only one fireball.
But
Yeah, 'cause
like
he
he just
counterspelled two of
automatically
them.
gets his counter spell though. There's
It's
no-
it's like
He
the
does.
like the boss action, you know.
Oh, okay.
So fireball's only a third level spell. Counterspell at third level doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know the magic rules.
So it looks like even if these guys save, all of the like shambling guys will die. So I'm just gonna drop some
Shitters.
death stuff on them. Yeah, all these guys are gonna just drop dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
say
seems
it.
like it's
Look, I'm
it's
gonna
us
say
versus-
it. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, the strategy is to just let them fight, and we'll just be rats and sit in bushes.
I thought you were gonna say maybe now we take them on now that the numbers are thinning, but
Nah, well, I mean, either way, just play like it's Fortnite and just sit in a bush and let other people fight. And then just whoever's, whoever wins that, then just wipe them.
third party, yeah.
Yeah, like at this
Let's
point, by the time we get to go again,
One,
there's
two,
not going to be a whole
three.
lot of them left.
Correct.
The thing is, I opened a gate. Another legion of mushrooms could just come through. We don't know if it's closed.
Ooh,
The
true.
gate is currently closed. I will tell you that.
Okay.
The gate is currently closed. Trying to decide what these other guys.
The red wizards
Yeah.
are scary though.
They are
Like, we might
scary.
be fucked.
They just
You-
spammed. They just triple stacked fucking
Yeah.
those fireballs.
They could one tap us probably if they all target us. So yeah, we should probably still run.
One of these red wizards is going to cast fly on themselves and try to move away from a vampire spawn. The vampire spawn will take an attack of opportunity, and it will hit him for a total of 15 points of damage, and it will grab onto him,
Suck him.
causing him to like not be able to fly away. Another one of them is also going to cast fly, and she will begin to fly this way. So I'm going to move her.
I don't like that they can fly.
She will move to here, and she can now all see all of you under the bridge. That is all of that is all the red wizard's turns. This guy's gone. Let me just take him out of the turn order here. And that is another full round. All
Damn.
of those guys are dead, I think. Oh no, those guys are not dead. But they did take let me roll one check.
Just a bunch of dudes hanging under a bridge, nothing to see.
Pretty much.
Nothing weird going on here.
I don't know, pretty typical Portland, Maine, if you ask me. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of dead guys across the field. The only people you know for sure are alive at this moment are a red wizard. You can hear Ayuz screaming in rage and then sometimes laughing randomly up above. And you can hear spell and arcane words coming from somewhere to the north. But many of these guys are toasted.
You're doing good.
Yeah, this is starting off a lot better than I thought it would.
Right?
I think all those guys are dead, so I'm going to take them out of the initiative. The spore guys. I use yells, "Kill the wizards!" and they will just begin like lobbing spores at the red wizards. That's going to be a hit, and I've got 3 more. This one goes here. This one goes here. Their spore catapults are just slinging. Wow, every single red wizard over there is about to take a big hit. They actually might all die.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
No.
Yeah.
Time to mop,
2.
boys.
So
All
you
the
don't
red
want to run
wizards.
anymore, Axel?
14. And then I'm just gonna apply this 4 times across them. Yep. Okay. Every single red wizard back there falls dead. You just see if you can see it, and I don't know if any of your characters can see it except for. No, I don't think any of you can. You just hear
Yeah,
this
we're on
like
the ground.
these like disgusting catapult noises, and you hear this, "Oh god, oh my god," and like coughing and hacking, and these guys taking bludgeoning hits, and then spore damage everywhere. The vampire spawn also dies, and is consumed by that. That being said, they're going to come back as one of these other guys.
Oh.
The mushrooms.
Yes, as one of the mushroom
Huh.
guards. And then we come to, let's see. We come to Methramar. What would you like him to do?
That's a very good
Um,
question.
Can he? He could force cage this one, right?
Ooh, I don't think.
He has Globe of Invulnerability.
Or his wall of force, doesn't he?
He does have Wall of Force.
And I think Sir Venom said that you can make that a sphere. You can trap this one.
You can, but the red. I don't know if that would be useful against a wizard because they'd still be able to cast spells out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Even through the wall of force?
Yep.
But they couldn't chase us.
They couldn't chase us, right?
Well, it's that, or he could banish. I feel like he should say banish for this one, though. So we could only choose.
If we're running, I feel like we should just have him save all of his spells in case like they chase us and we need to block something off.
Nothing can get through a Wall of Force. I think spells cannot get through a Wall of Force technically.
But
Oh, wow.
of those listed spells, he can only cast one of them, right?
How many red wizards are up? This is the 2?
2. This one's really bad though. That's like the level 20 guy.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it would even fucking work on that guy.
I think the plan.
Well,
we
yeah,
should stick to the plan.
It can only be dispelled by a disintegrate spell. It's the only way to get rid of it.
Which they probably have.
So
Yeah, potentially.
I'm thinking there's a part of me that wants to try to fight everybody, but I think we should stick to the plan and just go for the top, like the light.
Because we need to get out of here and tell the rest of the world about what's happening.
Yeah, if there wasn't a red wizard that apparently he's all juiced up. But yeah. Yeah, let's have continue to move. Have him move towards Axel, I guess. And do we have to get him
Yeah,
out of this stink cloud?
Yeah, get him out of the cloud kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Let
maybe
me,
use his cantrip on that red wizard.
How much movement?
So he took a natural 1, so he failed, and he will end up taking 24 points of poison damage.
Damn,
He's
that's
still
like
up.
exactly what you gave him, though, right?
So,
that's perfect.
would he have enough movement to get to this square?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, put him there. All right.
Perfect.
And do we want him to do? We don't want him to hold his spell. Is
Yeah,
that-
I say just like use a cantrip on the wizard.
But
Save
why?
the spells.
This is the only time he's going to get to use spells. Why not use them now?
We still have like what, a quarter of a mile to go before we get to the temple.
We might lose them. Like if we can trap her and then run, then they can't really chase potentially. I think it's foolish to not have him use a spell now, because like then what
Alright.
other time is he gonna get to use them?
All right. So you're saying use force around this wizard?
Either that or try to fucking banish one of the big bad.
Ooh, if you could, fuck it, banish the big bad.
What's the range on that?
Yeah. What?
On banishment? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And you want to use it on the Zulkir?
Yes. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It is 60 feet.
Oh.
So for reference,
Yeah, he's not.
the closer one is
God damn it.
35. The other one's 75. If you want,
He
What is
can't even
this?
see us, right?
yeah, you probably can't see him. He, for what it's worth, Methramar was only 5 feet away when he was right next to Axel.
So we could move him like here or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you could potentially move him to like here, but he has to be able to see.
Yeah.
How close do
I'll
we
go
all have
back
to be
there.
to Riku when you do vanish without a trace or whatever?
Within 30 feet. So within the outer ring.
Hopefully this is just like a puddle. This is a giant puddle.
All right. Should we try to banish this fuck or Wall of Force?
I would say,
If Wall of Force blocks spells, I say Wall of Force.
could we just do
Okay.
it as like a line across here, or do we?
But the thing is, she would still see us. I think if we banish, then no one sees us escape, and that's kind of key.
Well, I'll let you choose. It's on you, Riku.
She's probably just gonna counterspell, but we could try. I think it's
What's
worth a
his
try.
what's his save DC?
You can't ask.
Yeah, I don't know
Or
about that
no,
one.
like Methramar's. Like,
Oh,
we know
okay,
what his-
okay. I thought you.
Oh
his
yeah, no,
DC?
you can know that. Methramar's save DC for what in particular? His spells?
Yeah, for like if you cast banishment.
Night. Ooh, what is his? His is a 17.
It's not bad.
Yeah, especially I think banishment's charisma, which a wizard probably doesn't have good modifier for.
All right, yeah, tell him to banish this fucker to the Shadow Realm.
All right. He will cast banishment. That red wizard will attempt to. Gosh, what does she do?
Use
Is it a
your reaction.
charisma check?
I think so.
Yeah, she will use her reaction to counterspell it. And she is now out of 3rd level spells.
Perfect.
Well, she has to roll for it, right? Isn't banishment 4th level?
Oh, it is 4th level, isn't it? Okay. Then. And she gets a +6 to this. So she got a 23.
Well, making her waste slots anyway, and a reaction.
After Methramar, we come to Ayuz. And Ayuz, he is going to. At will, he can use Finger of Death. And I think that he will use that.
Is that like power word kill?
You send negative energy coursing through a creature that you can see within range, causing it searing pain. They make a Constitution saving throw. If they fail, they take 78/30 necrotic damage, or half on a successful. If he kills them, they become a zombie under his control. He will move. He will just fly because he just can fly automatically. So he will fly to this spot above this tree, and he will point at the red wizard, and he will use power word kill on or Finger of Death, and they need to make a saving throw against that. So they're just being targeted by multiple things simultaneously here. Your death is a con saving throw. Oh, they're gonna die. They die. I don't even think I need to roll for this. 78 plus 30. Oof. Yeah, it's a lot of a lot of damage. They take 66 points of damage and they fall dead to the ground. They will come back as a spore zombie. That brings us to. Are there even any drow house captains left? There's one. He's gonna flee.
South.
I'm just gonna have these guys flee. These guys are getting out of here.
Oh wait, that this one started his turn in some of the light.
But he's not a vampire.
Oh,
He's just a
Okay.
drow.
I was hoping we get one more kill.
Yeah, these guys are just getting out of here, especially now that their commanders are gone. Is there any more vampire spawn? I guess there's this one. They're gonna. Riku, do you want to roll for it?
Which what am I rolling? D6?
Yeah, D6 for the vampire spawn. You could kill it in this round.
Ooh.
That is a kill. Guy's dead. This vampire spawn is going to or he's not going to disengage. He's going to sprint up there. That guy's going to take his attack of opportunity. Entropic Blade. That's going to miss. So then the vampire spawn is going to attack the Zulkir. This will be interesting. They're going to hit with the claws. They're going to hit with. I think, do they hit with the bite? He's got really low AC. So they hit with the bite. 13, 22 points of damage. He's still up.
Are we
But
going
he's
to
bloody.
leave, boys? I think the numbers are thinning.
Riku, what would you like to do?
That's why I'm asking. Are we cheesing
Yeah.
it? Or are we going to stay?
I think we could.
And if you guys want, we could take our break right here. It is 8:36. We take our break right here. Come back. You can make a decision on break. We can come
Okay.
back in like 5-ish minutes or so.
Does anybody need a
I'm
break?
okay with that.
But I'm good to keep going. Vincent, do you need a break or are you all good?
I feel like he's
Is he
been.
on his
I feel like he's been taking it on the DL.
All right, keep going, Riku.
I think Riku asked a question about. I think maybe what's the range when you throw like a fireball off your helmet?
Same as normal. Let me see.
It's 150 feet.
Yeah, I can throw him.
Oh
from
wow!
this.
So you got a good arm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would say keep going with the plan to back off, like in this direction. Or so you can't see what I'm doing in this direction. But then chuck.
But do I pass without a trace now?
I think.
Or do I wait?
I feel like
We
we
could-
can
for
survive
another
another
round?
round. Yeah.
Okay.
So keep moving, but then just chuck like a fireball at because the mushrooms are only going to go down with fire, right?
I
think
believe so.
That's what I mean. That's what what's like on the ship. So we have to believe that same logic exists now.
All right.
So yeah,
Well, I have a fuck ton of movement, so I can't. I'm not going to go too far away from you guys, but
yeah.
I'm gonna see.
I have one more fireball too.
I'd have
Nice.
my helmet.
Yeah.
Let's say. So I have 30. I got 70 right now, I believe. Or no, because my heals. I have 140.
We're all very impressed.
I'm gonna
How
start moving first off.
Okay.
Could I potentially just like run and then jump? How deep is this water?
You can't tell. It's too dark to be able to determine that at this moment in time. Your light's sort of shimmering off the surface.
Yeah, he just wants to do one of his anime runs and just run on the water.
I would give you an acrobatics check to try to do some level of that. What's
Okay.
your speed at this point in time, Riku?
140.
Okay. That will substantially reduce the DC for this, but it's going to be difficult.
Do you want an acrobatics check?
Yes, please.
It was a 19.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that you get to the middle of it, and then you have to swim the rest of the way across.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. So I used 40 movement. That will say I used more to get here. So like
Yeah,
maybe 60.
that sounds good.
Okay. So I'm gonna get here, and how can I actually see like what's going on up here?
You can see to about the railings here, and like if there's somebody like right at the railing, you like might be able to see like this. You cannot. Oh no, you can see Ayuz because he's flying above the tree at this point in time. You can't see this guy in the back, and you can't see anything like of what's really going on back here.
But I kind of knew shit was going on down there, and I can see like the tops of their heads probably, and then him.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, if you target Ayuz with a fireball, you can probably fucking hit everyone.
I just cook in here. Just give me a moment. So 20-foot radius. Can I just take a peek at that before I make my decision?
Is that for fireball?
Yeah. Because I want to see if I could potentially hit both of them, but I don't know if I can.
Something like it's 25. So it's like a little smaller than that technically.
Oh yeah. I think this is what's gonna happen here. I think we'll do it like that. Now I
And
need
I would
to
say if you do it like this right there, you get everyone who's alive in that area.
updating my sheet to reflect I use some of the gems in my helmet to cast this.
Okay.
And yeah, let's
Ayuz uses counterspell.
bitch.
He sees
So
it
she's
coming,
gone.
and he just tosses a counterspell right out.
Even though it's from my helmet?
Uh,
Oh yeah, because they couldn't counterspell stuff from my staff.
I think that's fair actually. No, it's he won't counterspell it. He won't be able to counterspell it.
Okay. So they gotta make some deck saves then.
Yes.
18.
Ayuz is going to just barely succeed.
Son of a
Wow.
bitch.
The Zelkir. Ooh, this might be rough on him. He's gonna fail. The vampire. I almost think they're dead regardless. I'll make the roll anyways. Yeah, I think they're dead. How much damage? 24?
24, yeah.
Okay. Vampire's dead. Ayuz is nowhere near dead. The Zelkir is looking very rough. Very, very rough. Ayuz will take the 24. Not a big deal for him. And then these guys in the back. One of them does fall dead from the fire damage. And one of them is going to fail. And they will take full 24. This guy. I think that's it.
Okay. So I still have one more action and a bonus action. Here, I'm gonna AC is no longer boosted. Well, I guess it is boosted by 2 because of
Go take a swipe at this dude.
really. He's on the ground.
The cloud kill
Yeah.
goes down.
Nice.
Yeah, that guy is prone actually, even because he fell to the ground. He hasn't yet gotten up after.
Oh fuck yeah.
It was that red
Riku's
wizard
gonna
who got turned into a spore creature.
yeah,
Have we
Riku's gonna take a
full-blown-
swipe at this guy. So
Have we
that's 60 plus
full-blown-
20, 80. I'm at 80 movement use so far. What were you saying, Vincent?
I'm just saying, if we full blown ignored the escape route, we're just gonna stay and fight now at this point.
I wouldn't say we
we're
full
staying around for
blown.
one more round. Yeah. I assume that is going to hit.
Yes.
That's looking juicy. A little bit of fire damage, and then you know what? What the heck? We're going to do some bard stuff too. So looking at a +6, back up to 23 AC.
Okay. He takes it full on. Still up, however.
Add it.
Anything else you can do, Riku?
I still have movement because I've used 80 of my 140.
He does
Is
get an
that-
attacker of opportunity against you.
Yeah, but it's a
Prac-
disadvantage because of the boots.
Gotcha.
It's
So that'll
practice
be,
running over the
12.
water with the rest of your movement.
Getting back to the squad,
Done
and
and done.
that'll be it for now.
Okay. Drows are done. 0 on that one. The Red Wizard Zalkir, which I believe it's his turn. He is going to. You hear him starting to say arcane words. And he's going to teleport out of here. I'm trying to decide if Ayuz wants to use a counter spell on it or not. He's not going to. Zalkir, you hear him teleport away. So he will go to.
You're like the same crack as we heard when they entered.
Yep.
Damn it! I wanted to kill
Vincent.
him.
What would you like to do, Vincent?
I'm gonna hop up onto the platform.
You don't have to do that.
No, not the top, the second one.
Okay.
This one. But I'm under the bridge now, and looking around, going, "What are we doing, boys?"
Take 6 shots at Ayuz.
Yeah, Riku points up at Ayuz, who's hovering in the air above us all.
Is this the guy on the guy prone down there that you were just fighting? He's still alive?
No.
He's
Here.
got the green circle around himself.
No, I know. But I'm asking. Is this
What are you
guy still
asking?
alive?
He is. If you need, he is a valid target.
Ooh,
if you
yeah,
look
yeah,
at,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Charges.
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
You also have line of sight to this guy in the back here. I just made a line for you. You got line of sight here. You got line of sight here. You got line of sight here.
Can see up top a little bit. All right.
Yep.
Well, I'm on the underneath part.
Oh, gotcha. If you get up top, then you would have line of sight on those ones to the north. But if you
Yeah.
don't, then you don't have line of sight to the north.
I don't want to be vulnerable.
How many
try to finish
charges
off
do you have now?
2. I just need one more.
Oh shit! Yeah, fucking take that bitch out.
All right.
Charge it, then
Oh,
fucking try to
we'll go
decimate
along
Ayuz.
here.
Woo!
Oh yeah, there you go.
hit.
17. Yeah. Why, dude? I'm so pissed. I can't use my character right now. But it's a D8 plus 8. I'll roll here. 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 10. 23.
Done. He's done.
Ha, fully charged. And then I'll just say Riku, do the do the Misty thing. Or are we not gonna, or do you want me to fight this guy?
Let's kill
Try
him.
to kill Ayuz, yeah.
Yeah, do your super shot and then do your action surge and take a bunch more shots at him.
Oh dang.
Because you could like hop on this railing and
Alright.
probably see Ayuz clearly.
Yeah, can I, if I'm on the railing, can I see him?
Yeah. If I mean
Yeah.
he's up above right now, flying above this tree, so you can see him from any of that area without issue.
Alright, so then I'll take one. I'll take a regular shot at him.
Okay.
Uh,
17's a
get
miss.
a yeah.
And if you say regular
Um,
shot, I'm considering it not a sniper shot.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. But now this one's gonna be a snipe shot. I gotta hit him. Feeling good about it, or not.
You don't need to hit him to do the
So
omega damage with the sniper shot. You can do a regular, right?
So
yeah,
So you don't
still wouldn't
negate
have
your
hit him, I don't
rolls.
think. I know, but I wanted to do damage.
Do you?
All right, I'm gonna do is yeah, I know. I gotta that was dumb. All right, I'm gonna use my last lucky roll and take a regular shot at him.
Okay.
No minus, and then I get a
Oh.
nat one.
Wait, don't you
Damn.
get Albert
don't
to
you
work.
don't you re-roll
I know.
ones?
Or D&D Beyond.
No, only for damage.
Albert's rigged.
I know. I'm gonna do, but I am gonna do what you said, action surge. I'll get 3 shots. Right,
3 more tries,
Alright.
baby.
3 more tries. Boom, boom.
What is going on?
I
Oh
know.
man.
Well, 5 was it 19?
What do you add to the 5?
Or I have a 14.
Yeah, it's a 20 that you're targeting for
Alright,
Ius's
that's
AC.
fine.
Oh my
That's
god.
fine. Second shot, we got him. I just need a 6. There we go.
Hey,
God.
there you go.
All right, so then I get a D8 plus 8. I
We
get
get
to
to re-roll
reroll the
that.
1.
Hey,
There we
there you
go.
go.
8 plus 8 is 16. So 16 damage. And then
Plus
I'm gonna
10?
do no, not plus 10.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna do the super shot.
I am gonna do the super shot, but I gotta hit him first. So that's just the normal shot. So now it's gonna be a creature must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 10d6 plus 40.
So he succeeded.
Just take half of whatever you're about to roll.
Yep.
Is there a total
Oh,
there? 44?
44
So
plus
44 plus 40?
40. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so 84, so 42.
Boom. And then Vincent hides under the bridge. Actually, no, I have one more shot. Sorry. I'm gonna take a snipe shot at him.
Okay.
My 3rd shot.
That is a
Uh,
hit.
yeah.
You're 22.
Cool, because he can't counterspell your arrows.
I get to reroll that.
It's like I was
Get to
weird.
reroll that.
Get to re-rolling
There
if
we
you
go.
hit once.
Wow, you've been
Yeah.
rolling so wonky tonight.
I know. It's either high. It's either max or minimum. Seems like.
28 points of damage. All right.
All right. Then he'll use hide under the bridge again.
Okay. As you finish your turn, Ayuz will begin to use some of his legendary actions. He will use some movement to get to here. He'll fly to there. And then he will use 2 legendary actions to cast a spell. And he will cast Planar Ally. And he will bring forth an ally.
Ooh, I think we fucked up.
Maybe. Maybe.
Gratz just shows up.
13.
Yeah.
Who's our ally?
Well, that's a spell that I have too. Isn't that like it's crazy expensive to cast, isn't it?
7th level. It's a big old 7th level spell.
Yeah, but does he have a gold pot worth 1,000 gold?
He doesn't need it because he's a little special.
Jerk.
And he's going to bring forth a
Counterspell
Goristia.
Enrico.
I don't think I can counterspell his like legendary action.
If it's a spell, you come.
DM?
How big is this thing? So it is a huge fiend, so it's going to take up like quite a bit of this space here.
Am I allowed to counterspell his legendary action?
It is technically a spell, so if you want to try to counterspell it, you may do so.
Sure.
Do it.
4th level counterspell.
It is a 6th level spell, so you got to get a 16 or above.
I got a 16.
All right. It fails, and his legendary action does not go off. You can see pure rage sort of writ across his face. That burns his 6th level slot, so he is
Yep.
out of that.
Dude, counterspell is the best thing that you have ever gotten, Riku.
I've
How many-
waited for so long.
How many do you get?
As many spell slots as I have, basically. I can keep
Yeah.
using it.
He used like
Um,
3 or 4.
I'm
I
upcasting it because I ran out of 3rd level spells.
Right. Does that help you though if you upcast it like on the
It
save?
does. It makes the the threshold less for me to
Yeah.
succeed.
or what it does is it automatically counterspells spells of that level and lower, I believe.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't make a 7th or 8th or 9th level spell easier if you use a 4th level, but it does automatically prevent a banishment, which is a 4th level.
But regardless.
That being said, Axel, what would you like to do?
Well, I gotta tell you, my plan changed from like one thing to another based on what's been happening in the last couple rounds. All right, is Ayuz like how is he like hovering in the air? Like how high up
Yeah,
is he?
He is.
He's 20 feet. I've got him there.
20 feet. So could I even like? I don't know if I could even like attack him.
jump up and grab his leg, pull him down,
He's a little high up.
run by
That was
Riku
smart
and
of him.
steal his broom.
I don't know if he could
Um,
fly my broom without me.
Yeah, I feel kind of useless in this situation because I can't attack him. I was gonna just go in, take a couple swings, and then bounce out.
Who's
But
got the fly?
I don't.
I
I
have
don't
a-
think.
You can still
Yeah,
use
I don't
that.
think Axel
I
has
have a
it.
scroll.
Well, none
Quick
of that.
survey of the battlefield. What do we got left? It's just the I use and the mushroom people, and
And that's
that's
it.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck.
And we actually have the weapon, the one weapon that can kill him with us.
Yeah.
All right,
And I
I
just did,
will use
like,
my.
100 damage.
All right, so I'm gonna use my whole turn on movement. So that's
Could you grab? Hold on. Quick question: is the sword that Sir Venom has, is that attunement?
You mean
I'm almost
I-
certain.
Cass's sword?
Yeah,
You don't know until you try.
because we know as a group that that's basically the sword that can take him down. So like Sir Venom could like hand it off to you if you wanted to give it a try.
We gotta knock him down.
It was pretty fucky when I picked it up.
what if I duct
was hearing- I
taped
was hearing
that
whispers.
sword to my axe and use it?
Can the mage hand use it?
All right. So I'm gonna use all my whole turn on movement. So that's my action, bonus action, and movement size 150 feet. I'm gonna run up to Methramar
Uh-huh.
and kind of like scoop him up with one arm and run him. So that means that'll be like half. So I'll say 75. Like, so before I started 75 feet, just to like make it easy.
He's moving the rock.
Yeah. So that's almost like off the friggin' map here. So what direction is this tower? Is it down this rocky road?
Yeah, it's to the south,
This one
east,
here?
basically. Yep.
Okay.
And you can duck between the buildings, like down an alleyway here or here if you want to get off the map. And,
So
depending on what I chooses to do or not.
I'll say 75 feet as far as I can get towards the tower. Like whatever
Okay.
that is.
Let me do this. I'm gonna say you can do it. You can like get off the map like just to like right here.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna drag him off the map, and then my next turn, if shit's still going on, I'm gonna come back on. I will make a comeback. And
You're
my
just telling
turn
him
there.
to run ahead to the
Yeah.
tower force.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it'll be okay,
Uh,
guys. It'll be okay.
And you
Surely.
like put him down between some buildings and tell him to like get back to the temple, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll rendezvous there
Gotcha.
once we're done taking out this trash.
Anything else you can do, Axel?
That's my whole turn.
Gotcha. The Doomguard Rot Blades begin to move into position. They will 60 feet.
I don't know if falling back was the right move, Vincent.
50.
I mean, Sir Venom's a pretty capable runner. I might just dimension
Here.
door Vincent out of here.
Yeah,
Catch
if we
a
want to
first
bail,
hit.
I can put IUs in a force cage.
Sir Venom, what would you like to do?
So I guess I turn to the boys, be like, are we gonna stay and try to kill him, or are we leaving?
I think we regroup for next time.
Yeah. I think even if we get him low, he's just gonna teleport out like everybody else does.
Yeah, everyone's just leaving.
True. All right, so I'd look up at IUs, and I'd say, I remember what you did with our monkey friend, you fuck. And then I would cast Wall of Force to enclose him in a sphere.
Okay. And I think he's already used his reactions and everything. So I don't think I can do anything.
It's a Staff of Power spell, too. So you would
Okay.
be able to counterspell it anyways.
I gotta look up that rule to see if that's actually how that is, but we'll keep playing it the same way for now.
Yeah, it does seem like a little almost busted.
I gotta look that up. So he is in a wall of force.
Yeah,
All
a
right,
bubble of force.
bubble of force.
Surrounded by force.
Can you move it? Like, can you bring him to the ground?
No.
It's roughly that big. Is that right?
10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. Okay. Let's do this. Cool.
And then I'll start running away.
Time to go.
Yeah. And I'll flip IUs off as I follow Axel.
All right. 60 feet. That comes back around to the top of the turn, or top of the round, I should say. This guy's actually dead. Oh, this is going to be fun. The rot trolls begin to shamble forward, and they have quite the range with their catapults. They will move to. Let me just double check that. 30 feet there. 30 feet here. 30 feet here. 30 feet here. They're going to begin to lob bombs. One of them is going to go to Vincent. Vincent, that is a natural 20.
He's like under the
Under
bridge.
Under the bridge?
Yep. They can lob their bombs accurately enough to hit you.
Okay.
Bunch of
And this is the leftmost one. Minimum damage. But the explosive portion of the spores will do 36 points of damage. So it's going to be a total of 42 points of damage.
Ouch.
The
Wouldn't
second
have to
one.
be poison damage, would it?
You know what? It is.
Oh,
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. This is necrotic. This is
Oh.
actually necrotic.
Oh,
It
that would
does
have
say
been so
necrotic.
funny.
Because they're mushrooms, so they rot things. So necrotic in this instance. The second one is going to hit Riku. It's got enough range to be able to hit Riku with ease. Riku, what is your AC?
It's at 23.
Okay, so that's a miss. It is going to land, I think, a little bit close by. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Sure. Dex is my good one, or one of them.
You succeed, so you'll only take 8 points of necrotic necrotic explosive damage. The next two are going to go for Axel and Methramar, and then Sir Venom. Actually, let's do Sir Venom first. That's going to be a miss. Go ahead and roll a dex saving throw for me.
15.
15. That is a fail.
Oh no!
So you will take 22 points of necrotic damage. And then this last one's at Axel. If it hits Axel, it does not. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Methramar needs to make a dex saving throw.
14.
That is a fail.
So what's the damage that I get to have because I'm evasive?
Let's see. Methramar is going to take this full thing to the face,
28.
which is pretty
so
rough. He looks pretty
7.
beat. He's still up.
We can heal him. Mr. Venom can at least.
He's actually going to spend. So he's going to run. He's just going to sprint. So he is like safe out of range off the board at this point. That said, it is Ayu's turn. And Ayu's.
I don't like it when you say it like that.
Does he have disintegrate?
Very dramatic. And now
Look at-
it is Ayu's turn.
He does not have disintegrate by the looks of it. Fuck. He will teleport.
Huh?
Can he teleport out of there though?
Yeah. The wall of force does not contain him in that way, I think.
Like the force
Let me
cage.
Oh, is it a force cage?
No, no,
Oh
no.
no, no, it's a wall of force.
Force cage would prevent him, but wall of force does not, I think.
Okay. You can teleport through it. Yep. Yeah. So he will teleport and disappear. And you don't know where he went. Riku, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna jump up here and help Vinny.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump up here and help Vinny.
Nice.
All right. Let's swing the sword. Shit. I'll swing the sword at least once, see how this goes. Is 19 good enough?
That is good enough.
So we'll do that and that. Actually, cancel the roll. Get an extra d6. I think that's all I get. Yeah. So we're still trying to bail, right?
We are
You
in.
are.
We're actively bailing. Yep.
Leave.
Riku's gonna come back around here and just grab Vincent and say, "We're getting out of here." And, he's casting Dimension Door because Vinny's slow as fuck and he wants to get him ahead of the pack. So I'm gonna teleport me and Vincent 500 feet towards the light.
Okay. Gotcha. 500 feet.
Mhm.
And you are far off the board. Not worried about either of you. Anything else that you'd like to do for your turn? Anything else that would like make sense in that moment?
Nah.
Okay. Vincent, are you just going with Riku voluntarily? No, nothing
Yeah,
else?
I'm along for the ride.
Okay. I think that brings us back to Axel, who can basically sprint. I think these guys do not have anywhere near enough movement to catch up to any of you because you've all got speed and boots and fly and things. And therefore, I will say, Sir Venom, you're just going to sprint, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
My movement's 120 with dash.
I will say that you are all sprinting off into the darkness, leaving behind the macabre and disturbing scenes that unfolded across the city center of Silvery Moon. Dead bodies lie piled high across the once beautiful elven walkways. The destruction of the tree in the center by multiple fireballs, spells flying about, poison gas causing the air to turn noxious and terrible. Somehow, you have survived. Somehow through luck, through skill, through chance, and through a bit of ingenuity. You all begin to head towards the temple off in the distance. Is there anything you would like to do while you move across the city?
Kinetically, fucking Riku and Vincent are just like hanging out waiting for you guys when you get there.
Do you say kinetically?
Canon, like, 'cause
Oh,
we
okay.
teleport so far ahead.
They meant telekinetic.
Canonically?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the what do we call that? The counterspell fight.
Yeah, counterspell definitely MVP.
Counterspell. I counter your counterspell. I counter your counterspell. Ooh. Counterspell. Nice. So we get to the tower.
Yeah, let's get to the tower. Let's get in somewhere safe. Let's lick our minor wounds a little bit.
Okay. I will swap you over to the tower in just a moment. I am adding one thing into the game. Let me copy all of you here as well. And we will pop over. You reach Reister's Mountain, what you, Riku, know as the Temple of the Morning Lord, and it is indeed the place glowing off in the distance. As you approach, you can see barricades have been set up across the grounds, approaching the Temple of the Morning Lord here in Silvery Moon, and I will give you a visual of this because it's kind of cool. If you had simply fled, I was going to do like a big chase scene leading up to this, but you guys were able to stay and fight successfully. So as you move through here, you can see that citizenry had set up barricades and some traps, and they'd been holding off what appears to have been some level of vampire spawn. Bodies had been wrapped up and had been prepared to be burned, or worse, thrown into the river below. Either way, you do see the bright light coming from what ends up being directly over the cathedral tower in the center here.
Our light is going towards their light. Because Riku is just emanating light constantly.
So there's like a big light there. And as you approach, Methramar says, "Quick, let's get inside. We should have no issue entering. The place is hallowed and forbidden for undead and fiends of all types. I can't promise anything about, well, I know not whether or not like a red wizard would be able to show up, but we should be safe from some of those other creatures." And I will flip you to the inside of this building as you enter. Placing you all inside, you see that the building itself is an absolute mess. It is in quite a state. Methramar is with you right here. You may place yourselves wherever you like. I think haste is probably gone at this point.
Oh yeah.
Same with rage and some of the other things. Get rid of that. But as you enter and move forward, you do see that there are a few individuals in here. There is a halfling cleric, and I will place Tamora up here. As you enter, you hear a voice call out from the center, from the area of light. "Who goes there?"
It's the Roosters and Methramar. We're here to save the day.
Rooster call.
"Methramar, I thought you were supposed to get out of here. Why are you still here?" And you can approach her as you will.
You wouldn't happen to have a teleportation circle around here, would you?
He looks at you all. What in the hells? Methroma, what are you all doing here? And he moves forward confidently across the chapel, which is in different states of disrepair, scrolls and books thrown about, barricades of some different sort set up in different areas. It's okay, Tamora. She is a light-skinned halfling in chainmail armor, mace at her side, shield at the ready. You can see the symbol of the Morning Lord upon her chest. Clearly, she is a cleric of some sort. Um, she looks battle-weary, exhausted, and as you look at her, her eyes flit around the room to a number of different areas of the floor, particularly here, 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 and here. And Methamar goes, "They can come out if you wish. These folk mean no harm. If anything, they've somewhat saved the day." And she looks at him and goes, "Are these the folk you told me of who were at the council?" And he sort of nods. "Indeed, these are the roosters." And he says, "Roosters."
This
ahead.
is the Roosters speaking. This is Riku, steward of Yartar. And I'll introduce one by one. Axel the Destroyer, Vincent the Coward, Sir Venom the Crow.
I'm a raven, goddammit.
That's
Can't even
harsh.
get
My
the
bad.
bird type
That's
right.
harsh.
Brutal. And she looks at you all and she goes, "Well, you've saved. Did you just say that they've saved Silvery Moon?" And he sort of weakly chuckles. "I did. Frankly, it was astonishing. We reached the square, but it was an absolute bloodbath. We couldn't move quickly enough, and I couldn't reach the circle in time to teleport out." And he pulls out a teleportation scroll from beneath his cloak and beneath his armor. "I couldn't reach it in time. There were just too many of them. We were surrounded." And she looks at him and then she looks at all of you. "What happened?" And he launches quickly into the story of you showing up, and as you showed up, several other factions showing up, and just the awful bloody mess that was the battle that befell you all.
Me and Riku stand behind him using our minor illusions to play out the scene for
Yeah, something like this.
her.
This is a bloodbath.
I see. And the citizenry that we've saved, do you think that we can get them out now? And she looks at you all beseechingly.
They might all be
Um,
vampires.
And then Methramar goes, "No, no, sorry." And he walks over and he points at the floor, like these tiles here in particular within this circle. He goes, "Each of the 4 circles holds a spiral staircase underneath of them. And there are chambers below, crypts, if you will, large enough to hide about 10 to 15 people in each. We gathered as many folk here as we could, knowing that it was hallowed and forbidden from the vampires. So we have roughly 50 people to save."
yeah, I mean, we could probably evacuate them to Shenanigans. Tell them to bring their purses because we got all sorts of family fun at Shenanigans.
They kind of look at you blankly. And Methramar goes, "That would be their casino." Tamora
Yes.
gives you a flat look.
We're good people.
Yeah,
Really.
well, the casino is also hallowed against fiends and undead, and it's probably one of the safest places on the Sword Coast.
Currently.
She gives you a look, and she goes, "Cleric of the Raven Queen, if I had to guess."
Ah, you guessed correctly.
She has a bit of a grimace in her mouth and goes, "Never understand why they revere those who want to pass along the souls to undeath, but teach their own. Look."
We have quite a lot of experience with your god as well. Saved our asses.
She looks quizzitively at you. "Lathander? The Morning Lord?"
Yes, Riku, minor illusions, the guy who came to save us versus the Mithrodin, and like shows like a little bit of their battle like in the sky.
Make a persuasion check at advantage. She looks at you in a different light. She looks astonished, frankly. That's hold up. And she runs over to one of these carousels that have these scrolls on them that can like rotate scroll after scroll, so you can like have multiple books open simultaneously, basically. I swear that was in no, this one. And she rotates it up this time instead of down. And like you see like some of these scrolls look really old. No. And finally she goes to this one. Yes, I think it's right here. And but we never understood what chickens meant. And she looks back at you all. That can't be. I thought
Like a
it meant
prophecy?
owls.
Is that what she's?
Yes. But
Go on.
this is ridiculous.
Yeah, we're not chickens.
Yeah, we're roosters.
uh, I, this I don't know.
The
This,
roosters.
and she points to like this
Yeah,
like mangled
Cock-a-doodle
like
doo, motherfucker.
she points to this like mangled set of like scrolls right here, and she's like they're incomplete, but the there's a thing here that simply says the chickens shall receive the aid of one of the Morning Lord's avatars, and he will sunder an evil, and they shall show up here. But nobody
We're
ever
here.
thought that meant. And then she runs over to this one and she like rotates it a few times, and she pulls up. Well, do you know the story of this temple, of Riester's Matin?
I do not. But
Do
once you're
tell.
done with that story, we'd like to know more about what's going on here.
Okay, Riester's Matin was this house of worship used to be very simple, but about 700 years ago, um, one of Lathander's favorites built this place and made it more spectacular. That being said, when he was dying, Riester, it was his name, he could not choose someone to take his place after his time. As he lay in rest and the two factions argued, a thunderous voice spoke from the dawn altar, and she points at the altar in front of you and says, "Take for your leader the one who lays upon this, my altar, the rightful sign from me." Folk have argued about it for a long time, but simply put, there's a belief that those who receive aid from one of the Morning Lord's avatars are supposedly the same folk who will be able to place upon the altar the rightful sign. But nobody knows what that rightful sign is. And she looks at you questioningly.
Well, sign.
Apparently we do.
Okay. Can we do a like an Arcana or religion check to, based on our travels and our dealings with like Lathander's Chosen and the Food Rodin and Raven Queen and Whispered One and everything?
Sure.
Something that might be a sign.
Yeah.
I think religion makes the most sense. 22.
Pretty good. Signs within the court of the Raven Queen typically come in the form of memories, feathers, creatures in winged
Us.
flight. Signs in the house of the Morning Lord or the Rising Dawn are almost assuredly going to be sun-based.
Didn't we pick up like a dish that had a sun on it from way back?
And like in Barovia, when that like
Yeah.
Island of Dr. Moreau guy that was turning like gene splice and goats and like
Because I'm trying to think of what we have that has Morning Lord, like, you know, iconography on it. And the only thing that I can think of is like we grabbed like this random fucking dish.
dang.
And one of our guys, I think, has a sword made out of the sun.
Hold on.
So called like
Riku's like
a sun disc or something.
Riku pulls. He's scratching his head and he's like, "Wait, what about this?" He pulls out a sword and it shines brightly.
She goes, "Is that a sunblade?"
Sure is. It talks to me too. And then Riku speaks to the sword. Do you think you're what she's talking about in this prophecy?
Whoa. He sort of, where are we? I think I recognize this place.
Yeah. Well, Riku's gonna say, "Let's give it a try." He's gonna come up, hold the sword to his face, and like sort of whisper a few words, and then go up and place it like on the altar.
As you place it down on the altar, the entire bright light that illuminates the top of the chapel above you and illuminates the space outside. It sort of seems to encompass both the inside and the outside, casting this hallow and forbiddance set of spells. Burns even brighter. And in your mind, Riku, you hear, "And the favor of the morning lord upon you." You have a few choices. Would you like, and you may do any of the following. You may do one of the two. If you don't want to go one route, you may do the other. So one, the Sunblade goes from, it's at a +2, is that right?
Sun Sword. It is. I'm at a +10, but you mean?
The magic item itself. I believe it gives you a +2.
I know I get an extra thing because I'm like my one-handed bullshit. It's a little confusing. Yeah, +2.
So that can go to now a +3, regardless of what you choose.
Okay. Let's fix that then. I don't know how to. I don't know if I can fix that. I just have to keep it in
Might
mind,
be
I
able-
suppose. Oh wait.
I'm at-
To hit override. Yep. Okay. There we go. Right.
Okay.
Oh no, nope. That's because that's override. I don't want that.
You might be able to just
The hit bonus right here. This one.
Yeah.
Right?
And make sure damage bonus is at like a +3 and everything. So
Another.
they should all just scale up by 1.
So a +3 bonus damage.
It should be a plus. Should be a plus like 5 bonus damage.
I'm at +7 because of my. So I'll just add one more to bonus damage, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get that just off the bat.
Okay.
You then get to choose whether you would like to become a fully fledged paladin of the same level. So level 14, dedicated to the Morning Lord. That is an option that you can just do now. You can change Riku, or rather, you have to become part paladin, so like level 5 paladin or above, and then you could like pick up other classes and stuff. If you wanted to ever reskin Riku, you can do that.
Okay.
Or you can get an epic boon.
We're going with the mystery box.
What the fuck is a boon?
An epic boon is, in this instance, a gift bestowed upon you by a god that will give you a bonus of some sort. Please roll a d6.
Ooh. You get
a
turned
big
into
D6, boys.
what's the guy from Fantastic Four, like Johnny Storm, whatever.
Is one good? I think they're probably all good, but we'll see.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
You get a +4 to your strength.
Wow.
Just
And I
Like,
mean to
I-
like you go from a 10, or sorry, you go from 11 to 15 in your strength.
wow. Okay.
You guys all see as Riku accepts this boon, his muscles just sort of like crunch up against the fabric that he's wearing.
So
Buff
+4, you
Riku.
said?
Yep.
Buff
Damn,
Ku.
Riku, you swole as fuck now. What happened?
I feel strong.
Yeah.
Riku starts flexing. Watch out, Axel.
Yeah, now when I make a fucking Riku token and it makes them all jacked for some reason, I can just keep it instead of being like,
Having to AI finagle it.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's not bad. Not bad at
That
all.
said, you hear of the voice continue and say, "Though you have returned to me my blade, this is not the favor upon which I'll let you lead the people of this church out." And you see all the doors and windows become wall of force. So everything that was an entry or exit point suddenly has a sheer wall of force cast across it. The light does not dim, it stays nice and bright above you, but the voice says, Until a great evil is dispelled, you shall not leave.
Dun, dun,
I think this is where we kill the book boys.
Yeah. Don't show them the book. Tell them we have the book, and we need it gone. Done.
Like you mean speaking with the god?
Whoever will
Yeah,
listen.
tell the god.
Yeah.
I have the great evil with me. How shall I vanquish it?
Place it upon the altar, and I shall bring down one of my beings.
Oh,
All right.
Oh shit.
Riku summons the fucking prestidigitation to bring out the chest, to then bring out the hole, to bring out the book.
And we
Yeah,
know it's gonna
yeah,
fly
so-
out of there. So
Yeah, so Venom steps up and gets ready to like wrestle the book down for Riku.
Yeah. Everybody, together. We do this together, Riku says, before he opens the hole.
Okay.
He wants everybody to be there to, like, surround him, to help him. And all together, try to grab the book and put it on the stand.
okay, yeah. Axel's psyching himself up into a rage for this.
And I put my hand on Riku's shoulder and be like, may the Raven Queen guide you in this this journey with Lathander. And I would give him some guidance.
Gotcha. So you're gonna rage.
Right before he opens it up, just in case if the book's gonna fly out, I want to be able to react and like catch it, and then take damage, but only half the damage. Or it's gonna be half the damage now,
Gotcha.
because I'm like that.
And let's see. Okay. And do you open the bag and let the book out?
Bag's out. Book's
And
out.
as the book opens up and falls onto the altar, it does not fly about the room. It does not seek a means of escape. It simply falls onto the altar, crashes open ever so slightly. Some of the pages sort of crumple to one side. Just looks like a normal book at this moment in time.
Still sweating.
The book is evil.
Make actually all of you, except for anyone who has a passive perception over 20, you all feel like something's wrong.
Yeah, I gingerly like tap the book, like touch it gently.
What are you touching it with?
My bare hand.
Your bare hand. Nothing happens. Feels like a book, but it looks. You think it almost looks a little different.
Can I read what it says in the book? Like, have the words changed?
As you
Is it-
put your face over it and try to begin to read some of it, it just says over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Same thing you would have expected it to say, maybe.
The whispered one.
Yes, the whispered one. And it says it in every language that you can recognize and many languages that you cannot, you suspect.
Okay.
Did we get got? When we get got?
Did somebody switch it on us?
No.
It was one of you,
It's
wasn't
the same one. I think it's just too powerful. Riku looks to
Vincent-
Tamora.
Yeah,
He's
Vincent
like-
looks around the room.
What? The Morning Lord told me it would dispatch this book, and it seems to be neutralized but not destroyed. This book
She-
is great power, immense power.
She sort of steps up to it, tiptoe on halfling tiptoe. Vincent, you're looking around the room. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, just visitors, unwanted visitors that might be arriving.
Make a perception check.
And I guess like what happens if I cast identify on the book?
If you cast identify upon it,
Yeah.
you can do that. Did you get D&D Beyond working, Vincent, or are you still using the other rolling?
No.
for a perception check.
Oh, I had that. Oh, perception.
Yeah.
I have 9 plus 13. So
Um, since you were looking around and looking up, you don't see anything. I mean, your spidey senses are tingling per se. Your raven senses are tingling. Something feels off. Something feels very off. Mora looks at it and she goes, I mean, it looks like a book to me. Is something supposed to be happening? And she looks at all of you.
Yeah, we were hoping. Well, the Morning Lord spoke to me, said that it would get rid of this great evil that is this book. And I don't think
Riku,
it's strong enough.
maybe you should put the book away, Riku.
One
Or
thing
what's
first.
get
Riku
those
pulls
true
out his
sight
sword.
glasses and I take a look around.
Sorry, you
Sure,
take a look around as well, Sir Venom.
He's handing Riku hands Sir Venom the true sight glasses to look around because you got better perception.
Okay.
You
And I
put
would
on
do
the
that.
true sight glasses.
Yeah, and I look around. I see Vincent with like his, hair on end all sketched out, and I'm like, oh shit. Is something going on? And I true sight around.
Oh,
In place of
fuck.
Methramar, Arasume is none other than the Furo Din.
Oh shit.
And as you look around and see this, give me a. I'm gonna say actually you can't hide this. You can't like bluff your way out of this. You can't do anything to get out of this. You see him. What do you do?
I like point at him. I said, it's the fucking food Rodin.
Riku
Methramar
grabs the
it was a disguise for Methramar.
Riku grabs the book
Yeah.
and throws it in the bag immediately.
Give me a dexterity saving throw to do that, Riku.
Okay.
Because the Foot Rodin is going to cast telekinesis to try to grab it. He is going to, and I need to go to a different encounter. Let me just grab the correct encounter. Because he is going to cast an intelligence check using telekinesis to try to grab it. He's got to overcome your 22. He will get a 26 and use the telekinesis, and the book will fly up over Axel's head towards the Foot Rodin. Axel and Sir Venom, you may make checks to try to grab the book if you would like to.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, what would the roll be?
Dexterity checks of some sort?
Dexterity. I can do sleight of hand.
Sure.
So 16.
20.
It beat him.
Session inspiration. Oh, Riku, you also on that you had guidance for that check of yours.
Oh,
Or
did
that
I?
thing, yeah, the thing of yours.
So guidance is a D4.
E4, would that have made a difference?
Was it a saving throw?
Yeah.
Then no, it would not make a difference.
Ah.
Well, he cast a spell. Am
If
I
you would
able?
like to, yeah, if you want to try to counterspell, you can.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know we're doing that.
God.
You know we're doing that.
This high level D&D is all about this like
What
ticky-tacky
is?
spell back and
I'm
forth.
not even gonna ask. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast this at 6th level. Actually, no. Let's
I
just
know, it
do it
doesn't
regular.
matter.
How'd
At
this
which level?
fucker get out of the book?
I only have 5th level left.
Okay, so you'll do it at 5th level.
Yep.
It automatically kills telekinesis, which is a 5th level spell.
Oh, yes.
All right, then book is back in the hole.
Okay, you cast telekinesis and you scoop the book into the hole, and the Foot Rodin
How did he get in
flies
here?
flies backwards by 30 feet. Damn it! And he is actually going to begin to try and flee, unless you guys want to try to fight him or do something.
Yeah, we want to fight him.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
How did he even get in here?
He's just crazy powerful. Dog.
5. I'm gonna session inspiration my initiative roll.
And I
Untitled.
gotta
gotta-
add Tamora.
God damn. All right, a little better, I guess.
There's
Yeah, Riku, if you're still talking to our god friend, tell him to send his boy down now.
Yeah, everybody call their
Well,
gods.
we're in initiative, so I'll do that on my first turn. But my spells are almost gone.
So
besides
is
my roll of ones.
is Riku gonna be going sleeveless from now on?
Sure.
Nice.
If you like that, then sure.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
D&D Beyond is like fucking with me because I can't find a cleric that I thought I had, but I might have to hold her out of the battle just for a moment here.
Can't believe we got duped. He's probably laughing his ass off when Axel's running him
We saved
in
him.
the arm.
holding him like slung over your shoulder. I healed him.
I know. I thought about that too.
Ah.
There's no way he's still low.
He might be.
He's a
Like I feel like once his health dropped, he probably would have revealed his real body.
all right. So you guys got 11 for Axel, 15 for Sir Venom. I gotta
What a
put him back
twist.
What a dude.
Right?
Like the god couldn't even sense that he was here.
in. Correct.
Ugh.
And Vincent, what did you get for your
I got a 20.
20? Damn. All right, Vincent, what would you like to do? The magic of
Vincent's gonna he's gonna shoot some shots. That's a 20 minus 5 is 15.
Gotcha. That is a miss.
That's a mess, yeah. How about a nat 1?
That is a miss.
How about another miss? Then he's just
Owlbear
gonna.
is being rough with you.
So is D&D Beyond. Everything's being rough with me today.
You need to fix D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Yeah. Then he's just gonna shoot some shots and miss, and hide behind this thing.
You duck behind the Rolodex of scrolls.
True to his name.
Brutal. Tamora the War Cleric. She will step forward and use Flame Strike. She's just gonna unleash a Flame Strike right away on the Futro Din, who will. He actually might succeed. Yeah, he technically succeeds in this. So does he take full damage or no damage? Half as much damage. 46 for fire, 46 radiant. 25 points of damage, so 13 points of damage to the Futro Din for that. And she will yell, "What is this creature?" And she will also hide behind one of the Rolodexes. Sir
The
Venom,
most
what
evil
would you like
being
to
in
do?
existence. Riku says.
Yeah, like he's some type of just like super evil piece of shit. Either way, we don't like him, and I click my heels for my bonus action. I'd run. I'd block his path.
Okay. And he's like levitating off of the floor by like 2 inches, ever so slightly, but he's not flying.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
It's good that Axel's already raging. That's perfect.
I think that went down during all the chatter.
Yeah, it technically would have dropped
okay.
during the chatter.
Let's see. Do I try for a banishment on him? Just get rid of him?
No, we need to kill him so we can kill the book. Because once
Okay.
he's out, he's in the book, and then we can destroy it.
Riku's got it all figured out.
Alright, so I'd cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. How much damage does that do to him?
13 or half as much on a save.
He rolled
And so
natural
wisdom.
1.
Oh, so he takes all that 13 damage.
Okay. And you see the ravens flying around, flitting around, tattering his robes. Axel. Or Sir Venom, is that your full turn? Or
Oh yeah, it was movement, action, and bonus action.
Axel, what would you like to do?
Well, this guy has already killed Axel once, and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna run up, rage, and swing on him. I don't need to reckless because I already have advantage, so it's but this will be a what you call it? Great Weapon Master attack. With a critical. We're off to a hot start, boys. We're off to start. Okay, here we go.
Holy shit.
Come on, big nut. Oh, one of them's a 1, of course. So that's 19.
29?
Yeah, 29. And then we get the sneak attack damage, which we double.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. For the sneaks.
28. Okay, let's do another crit. Come on.
So I think his health before didn't really matter. It's just like a
So,
massage.
Still Great Weapon Master.
Yep.
20.
That is a hit, just
Ooh.
exactly.
So 28.
Okay.
All right. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. As a legendary, does he have a legendary action? How does he not have a legendary action? I'm gonna have to fix that. I guess he's pretty strong as is. He will use Fell Rebuke as an action after being hit with an attack. He will utter a fell word, and he will deal 3d6 necrotic damage to the attacker. He will then teleport up to 30 feet away. He will teleport. Oh, I'm going to have to swap your thing around for a moment, Sir Venom. I'm going to give you...
Was that 9 damage to Axel?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So 5.
Is that big enough, or should it be bigger?
It is a 15-foot radius. So it should be like to there.
Gotcha. Thank you. Now I can move him. Okay, cool. All right, so he's going to teleport up to 30 feet away, and he will teleport up to the top of this bookshelf up here, outside of your range. Axel, anything else you would like to do?
So it's still my turn?
Oh, well, you moved, you attacked. He used a reaction against
Oh,
your
that was
attack.
a reaction. Okay. Where did I start? I think I went about 35 feet.
Are you raging?
Yes. Yeah, I used my bonus action. So I still have 15 feet. Okay, I'll move a square closer.
Okay.
So I'm still on this elevated area. I'm gonna end my turn there.
All right. Riku, what would you like to do?
Riku pulls out his broom,
Oh shit!
throws it down, clicks his heels. We're going for this fucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not hasted anymore, unfortunately. But I still get 2 swings now that my sword is juiced up. Hmm. Do I swing or do I try to disintegrate?
Oh,
I think we
disintegrate.
swing first.
Oh, I was gonna say disintegrate. That's the dope one, right?
It's dope, but he's still probably like, lots of health. So I think I save that for next round, maybe. So let's try to swing the sword. See if anything funny happens now that I'm all juiced up. Strong. It's looking
Well,
good.
yeah, that's a hit.
And is he undead? I assume
He,
so.
he is undead, which is very confusing because he was somehow able to get in here.
Okay. And I also think I still have Bardic die left. Okay. Oh hell yeah! So I get a plus 11 in my AC.
Holy shit. Okay.
Just take care of that before I forget.
33 points of damage. You guys have already dropped like 150 points of damage on this guy.
Okay. And we swing again. That's no good. So what about?
He will
Okay, I don't think
use.
I don't think
he
my
will
aura
use-
is doing anything.
He will use Fell Rebuke against you. So he utters a fell word. You do take 9 points of necrotic damage, and he will teleport up to 30 feet away.
Okay.
He will go there.
I still have my temp from First Feast. So do I don't get a attack of opportunity because it's still my turn, right?
Correct.
All right, I moved 75, so I still have 75 more.
Damn.
Or not 75 more, 25 more, sorry. Gonna get right next to him again.
Okay.
I'll let this guy out of my sight.
He only has 3 reactions per round.
Only?
I know, right?
So
CR
that's
30.
it for me. Yeah.
Okay. That last hit was a miss. Okay. His turn. Rodin's turn. He will. Oh, come on. Let's do something fun here.
Uh-oh.
I just hope he doesn't hit us with any poison damage. We're all really weak against that.
He will use Light of the Damned. Yeah.
Casting a spell?
Nope, he's going to use a magical power. He will use Flight of the Damned, which is a 120-foot cone. So it's going to be a big old cone. I forget how to play this.
At least Riku can't get fear locked this fight.
Right.
That is true.
What the fuck?
So he's going to use Flight of the Damned. It's this like monstrous like cone.
This is the biggest spell I've ever seen for like a cone.
Yeah. Oh, I got to double check the measurement on it, but I think it's 120 feet. It's like a big old dragon's cone, basically. So it's actually even bigger than that. Probably about that. 110.
I think it's fair to say it's going to get everybody.
Yeah, I think it is actually going to get everybody. I would turn it like it's a pain in the ass to like turn a little bit,
Yeah.
but I would turn it so that it hits everybody.
We got it.
So in this instance, please make a Constitution saving throw. A 22 is a success, and I'll make it.
Oh, come on.
I
Actually,
need to roll a 20.
I actually saved.
holy smokes!
Dude,
nice.
I don't think I haven't used my session inspiration yet.
You haven't? I thought you
Sure.
had.
Pretty sure
Did
you
I?
have, dog.
I thought you used it on something for sure earlier.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Which I think ended up being a fail, anyways.
Yeah, that sounds right. So those of you that failed, you will take the full damage, and you have the frightened condition for 1 minute, which I guess you won't
We're
have.
immune.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Damn,
so you
okay.
guys are good
damage.
on that, actually.
It doesn't matter what damage type either. So
What was the damage then?
49.
49
Or half of that?
You guys
necrotic.
should get to within Riku's circle if you want some big heals soon.
oh yeah,
Yes,
well
I need a
49
big
or
heal.
half of that.
you're just zipping around the battlefield, so I don't know how we're gonna get next to you.
Well, try your best.
You're just
I'm following the foot Rodin, man.
yeah, I know, but you're like, get next to me. Meanwhile, you're just zipping around. Like, okay.
Sorry.
So he will do that, and then he will take 2 dagger attacks against you, Riku, with afterthought. The first one's a 15. I assume that's a miss. What's your AC right now?
28, baby.
Wow. The second one is a 26, and that is a
shit.
miss.
So if he rolls a
Uh,
15, he hits me. God damn.
Yep. But I mean, high level D&D. That is his full. Does he have a reaction? Oh, he's got a bonus action. He will teleport, and as he teleports, it does psychic damage to you, which you are resistant to.
Okay. So 6.
Yep. And he will go to here. What would you like to do, Vincent?
Vincent's going to use his bonus action to second wind and give himself 1d10 plus 14.
How much HP do you
Right.
have?
28.
Oh shit, you're like way lower than I realized.
That's what I
Yeah,
was saying.
so I got
For heals.
9 plus. Yeah, well, I got to get by the foot Rodin.
No, no, just get closer to him, and I'll get to you.
Yeah,
You only have 28.
Alright.
When I look at your character sheet, it says you have 119
yeah,
still.
because I'm not using it.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not letting me like edit it right now.
Hey, you're not
Gotcha.
logged in on the right account.
Yeah, I'll get
That
it
happened to
figured
me
that
the
out.
other
But I'm
day.
down to. So I got 9 plus 14. Yeah, so 23.
You almost doubled your HP.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And then I'm with an action. Can I? I should probably. Wait, what is the thing that happened? When I drank the potion question mark. I drink another one.
Oh yeah, you want to drink a random potion?
You're not
Yeah.
going to attack at all?
Well, uh, no, I need to heal up.
I was saying if you get a little closer, I can heal you on
Yeah,
my turn. Hopefully.
how am I gonna get close to you?
I'm gonna get close to him. I'm gonna chase the bad guy. So you don't have to get that much closer, man. Like you just need to. If you get like over here, that's probably good enough.
All right, I'm gonna sneak behind here and hide with Tamora.
Okay.
And I guess I'll take a few shots.
All right.
Foot Rodin. And hope he doesn't get mad at me for it.
I mean, you guys have already done
So
150 damage, which is pretty impressive.
oh, nat 20.
Whoa!
All right.
That's what we needed.
Okay, yeah. So well, not that doesn't really matter. 1d8 plus 8. So should I roll 2d8 or just double the d8?
2d8.
And then you get your modifier on
2d8.
top.
Yeah, plus 8.
Damn.
Ooh, nice. 14 plus 8.
22
So-
plus 10, right?
Plus 10, yeah.
Okay. 32.
And then I will make that the grasping arrow.
Okay.
So that I'll do another. Where is it? I think a 2d6. Grasping arrow. 2d6 poison. If that matters or not. 6
Might heal his
poison
ass.
damage. and his speed is reduced by 10 feet,
Okay.
and he takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time he moves
Gotcha.
each turn.
Okay.
So that was the first shot. Then I'll take a second shot. -5.
And you're like literally shooting through the spokes of this this wheel basically
Yeah.
to target him. What was the roll?
12 plus 14 minus
21.
5.
21.
21.
That's a hit.
Nice. D8. So 5 plus 8. 13. Plus the 10. 23.
All right. You've almost done 200 points of damage.
And then we got one more shot. 23 minus 5, so 18.
Gonna be a miss. And this time the arrows like bounce between the spokes of the wheels of these scroll wheels.
Yeah, so then Vincent just stays ducked behind.
Mora yells, "Not the prophecies! Not the prophecies!"
What else do these things say that you should be telling us? Anything about a
Obviously-
turtle?
She looks at you funny. No. And she flips around and she runs right up to the Fruit Rodin and she's gonna give this thing a smack. She is pretty bold and using her Holy Fire attack. She will see if she can hit it.
Get him, Frodo.
She does not. And she will make another attack with her mace. This one will hit, and it will do a total of 13 points of radiant damage. The Futro Din will burn a legendary resistance to undo any blinded that this would give him.
Oh shit!
But that will be her full turn. Sir Venom,
Would've
what would
been
you like to
nice.
do?
I'm gonna go back
And
this
actually,
bitch up.
so let me do one thing first. He's going to use Fell Rebuke. He's going to drop some damage on her. 13 points damage. And then he's going to teleport away. He actually teleports flying like 30 feet straight up right here. As he does this, do you want to roll the 2d6 damage for the thorns, Vincent?
Sure do. Slashing damage. 8
All right.
damage.
Magical slashing. As the thorns, you see them as he teleports away. Go ahead, Sir Venom.
So I have a ton of movement, so I'm gonna zip up and I'm gonna dip him into my spiritual guardians.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come. I want to get everyone in this circle. So let's see. So spirit guardians. So 12 damage, 6 on a fail.
You got a 20?
So 6 damage.
Okay.
He's gotta get a 19.
Gotcha.
And then I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, wow.
Oh, big.
Oh,
We have
and
a
one
lot of
those was
wounds.
Is that for all of us?
One. Yep, it's for everyone. And re-roll that one.
It's going to be a total
And
of
re-roll that one. There we go.
30 points.
That sounds right.
So another 6.
Yeah.
Yep. So 30 points total. Everyone gets back.
Wow, massive.
All right, up to 70.
That means I don't have to use my big heal.
You can heal me if you want still.
I have other heals for you if you go down, bud.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured you can probably do more like single target damage than I can. I don't have much for a single target other than my cantrip.
I am so tempted. Yeah,
Don't
what
you
level
fucking dare
spells?
counterspell that.
Yeah, I am so tempted. He will use Dread Counterspell on that,
Oh my god.
which is
Oh,
one of
that's
his
it.
3 reactions. So he's got 1 reaction left for this round. He utters a dread word to interrupt a creature he can see casting a spell. If the
Alright.
spell's 4th level or lower, it has no effect. If the spell's 5th level or higher, it makes an intelligence check. So what level spell was that?
It was a 5th level.
Okay, so let me make an intelligence check.
I
23.
get this.
So it succeeds. On a successful check, the spell has no effect, so take 30 points off your character sheets.
Oh.
The caster also takes
I knew this was coming too.
12 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that
So-
dick.
Half of that.
Back down to 40.
Damn.
This guy is like everything he does, we take damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then I will flip him off, and I will drink a potion of healing greater bonus action.
All right.
4d4 plus 4. Reroll that 1. There's a 12, 16. All right, and that's everything for me. Oh, and when I walked by Axel, I would have handed him the fly figurine.
Nice.
Would that have like taken an action or a bonus action or anything, or can I just like, here you go, as I walk by him?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Got that on the utility belt.
I'm just
He
checking one thing.
rode in.
Well,
Where's the
I-
Morning Lord?
I
Where
had
is
a-
the Morning Lord? We're in his temple.
I had a question about the figurine of Wondrous Power.
Yeah.
Since it's a stone figurine, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Would I have been able
No.
to use
I already know you're going with this.
to change
you
it into
cannot-
instead of a black fly, like a dragonfly?
No, you cannot reshape the Stone of Power
Oh,
or the stone
okay.
of the figurine stone into like a flying whale or something.
I just wanted to make it a cooler looking fly than just like.
To be honest, yes, you totally can. I actually don't care. I just want to give you shit because I know where you're going with it.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna turn it into a narwhal.
Okay.
No,
Flying
no, it's,
narwhal it is.
We'll make it a dragonfly to keep it like a fly, but a little cooler.
Anyway.
Dragonfly with a saddle and a cowboy hat.
And I know that we're past 10, so we'll finish this round and then we'll see. We'll pause it for the week. Axel, what would you like to do?
Well, I guess I got this mount that I can use now, right?
Yes.
So is that like my bonus action to activate that?
I think it is. Do you know, Sir Venom?
Let's see.
I don't have to be attuned to it, right?
No.
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 Alright,
If you use an action to speak the command word.
So I have to
That's a
use
little
my
rough.
action to do it?
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. All right. I got
What, like, would you-
questions.
Would you be able to hit him though? Because isn't he's like 30 feet up in the air.
I got questions. All right. I got
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
How high is he compared to this chandelier?
So he is. I'm gonna say he's 25 feet up. The ceiling, the chandelier that is like that you can see like up here.
This
On the
one,
left
this
and the
one
right?
right here.
Okay. That one is about 40 feet up.
All
And the
right.
ceiling altogether is about 80 feet up.
So well, I'll tell you. I'll just explain what I want to do. It's
Might be able to climb
sequence
this. Is
here.
that what you're
Yeah,
trying to
I want to climb this statue, and then see if I can get onto this top of this thing, and then fucking just jump off this. Swing. I want to swing the. Get a little
From the top
momentum.
rope.
Get a little momentum. Get a little rocket back and forth a little bit.
Sure.
So I guess I would be using my bonus action to dash to make all this, if it's even possible. I don't know.
I want to say, go for it.
Okay. So first climb statue, I'm guessing athletics check.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, 36. So I just kind
No
of
issue. dashing up to the top of the
Fucking-
statue. You're about 20 feet up.
Yeah.
You still have about 20 feet between you and the chandelier.
Ooh, but my strength is 25, so can I just like jump
Launch
straight
yourself.
up? Yeah.
Yes, I will say with a 36 on the athletics check, you like get to the top and you like launch yourself up. Just make a dex saving throw to see if you grab the chandelier.
Okay. Come on.
It's not going to be as hard as you expect, is what I would say.
4.
Although that's not that great.
Yeah. No danger sense. I sense the danger.
I'll let you sense danger on this one.
Okay. Okay. Well, fuck me, I guess.
So you jump up, you don't reach it, and then you're going to fall back towards the statue. What are you trying to do as you fall?
So that we'll. Shit.
I've
Think
used
you
your
can still
action
jump
yet.
and reach him?
Throw the dragonfly below you and land on it.
What's the point of flying if I can't do anything?
Will you be able to do something next round?
What about your Von Thunderstruck Thunder?
Ooh, I could thunder him. Try to thunder him out of the sky. Yeah. All right. I forget. I fucking forget. I forget what that movie even does. Let's see. Okay, call lightning. I got it saved here. I'm gonna save it super low. 3d10. All right, I'll lightning him 3d10, and he has to make like a super low save that I think he already passes because he's smart.
Modifier. It's just so.
And shit, there's so much text.
I feel like it's overly complicated for like more than what it is you need. Like if you're not raging, it could do a lot for you. When you are raging, it's basically
right.
just gonna do 3d10.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm trying to think if I even. Yes, he's gonna.
You have like javelins or anything?
I got javelins, but using a javelin at this stage of the game, like, I do 6 damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna have my
Almost
turn on
throw
top of
your
this.
axe.
Yeah, no, fuck you. I ain't throwing an axe. I'll end my turn on top of the statue, all perched up
Okay.
here like a weirdo.
Okay. Riku, what would you like to do?
We're coming at this guy.
Yeah, he's just gonna counterspell you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll swing my. Actually, hold on. Before I get that close,
He's like
should
flying.
I try to? Yeah, I'm flying too.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if I should try to heal you guys, or if he's just gonna dick me with the heal. Because it's either I try to heal us all, or I try to disintegrate him, which I think either he could just counterspell me. But he might have to. But if I do that, I can't attack.
I disintegrate him.
You gotta do what you
Alright.
gotta do.
I'll try to disintegrate him.
You can't worry about the counterspell, even though you know what's gonna happen. But
He's gonna run out eventually.
All right, I cast counter or disintegrate. Does he counter
Okay.
it?
He has used 1 against Sir Venom. He used 1 Fell Rebuke against Tamora. Did he use another Fell Rebuke against anyone? Axel, you didn't hit him. Vincent, he did not use a Fell Rebuke, so I think he has 1 more, so he will use the last of his 3 reactions to counterspell you.
It's a 6th level spell.
So he has to roll for it. Let's see. He succeeded.
That
There goes my
ass.
6th level spell. I should have just attacked him. That kind of blows. I'm gonna give my bardic to Axel.
Okay. The Bardic is
My
going
last
to
one.
Axel.
I mean, am I gonna remember I even have it between in a fucking week. I have to write this shit
I mean,
down.
I feel like I'm good to keep going if you guys are. If that's an option, I don't know.
I'm good, but it's everyone else.
Yeah, of course.
Where are you at, Sir Venom? Do you have an early day tomorrow?
Nope, I got tomorrow off.
Oh wow. Vincent, did you say you're good to keep going for a few?
I'm always good. Yeah.
Axel, are you
Oh
good?
yeah, let's do an all nighter.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go for another like 50, at least 15, 20 minutes. All right. Foot Rodin's turn.
Oh shit.
He will turn away from you all and look up towards the light, and he will cast Disintegrate at 9th level.
That asshole.
So that's going to be an extra 3d6 for every slot above 9th. That's going to be a total of 19d6 plus 40 points of damage.
Oh, we're so.
What a
Is there a
spell.
save?
It's against the light. So hold on just a moment, because there's going to be a few things that happen all at once depending on how much damage he does. So let's see how much this does. There's so many dice on my screen. Can't all fall. 62, 104 damage. You need 100 damage. He hits the light with the Disintegrate spell. Tamora cries out, "No!" And it shatters. And the walls of force around the windows shatter outwards. So all the windows are now open and blown outwards. The entire area is engulfed in darkness. So, like, magical darkness. You cannot see anything. And let's see. Can anyone see in like pitch black?
Well, sunlight's always surrounding Riku.
Oh, that's right. So then that actually cuts through the magical darkness in this instance. But the only place that here, and actually, I'm gonna do something wild.
My eagle eye.
I'm gonna cut the fog. I'm gonna see if I can do something. Specifically, I'm gonna try to attach that to Riku. So Riku, if you would try to move your character a little bit.
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's
what
cool.
the fuck? This is crazy.
All right. So everything's in pitch black magical darkness except for where Riku is, because Riku's magical light cuts through it. And as it cuts through it, you can see surprise on the Foot Rodin's face as your blade still holds some of the light from the globe above. But he will use his action to say, "Now is not the time. Have fun with the vampires." And he will go to plane shift.
Hmm.
In case anyone wants to do anything.
Can't. All my spells are gone
Did
now.
we take damage from that, or was it just you just shooting a window?
He was just shooting the big like magical ball of light.
Oh, okay.
Up
I thought he
above.
was gonna do all that damage to us. I was like, oh shit.
Nope.
All right.
And he will plane shift away.
Oh,
In the
shit.
distance, you hear screeching and yowling and yelling and whooping of what can only be very clearly hungry vampire spawn.
Uh-oh.
Seal the windows again.
Hey, Tamora, are all those shelters underneath, are they connected? Or are they all separate?
They're interconnected to each other. It's like a giant cross under there, effectively, with a square around it.
All right, and do you if we got down there, do you think the vampires would be able to find us?
Probably, if I had to guess.
Is there a teleportation circle by chance?
Yeah, and she points, and actually the center, this giant circle in the middle, is a teleportation circle.
Well, are you able to cast teleportation circles for Venom?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's,
But it can only
yeah,
take
so-
some of us.
And she looks at you fearfully. What do you mean it can only take some of you?
Yeah, what
Is
do you,
that how
what
it
do you
works?
mean, Riku? No.
There's no limited number? Okay. Well, then get everybody up here.
No, let's get down below to them.
But we have to leave, don't we?
We don't need a teleportation circle. If we wanted to come back, we could come back to this teleportation circle, but like I don't need to be on one to cast it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That we've been playing that way this entire time, Riku.
Okay.
Yeah, you just like
So, yeah.
made that rule up in your mind. We
That's
we have never done it that way before.
all
Sorry,
right.
what
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
think was going on, Riku? Tell me what you thought, how this was supposed to be.
Well, then we needed a circle to leave with the teleportation circle. Like I thought there has to be one on the ground for us to use it.
There has to be one for you to show up to.
Yeah.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. So we're going to Sir Venom get the teleportation circle ready. We're gonna go down to the tunnel and save everybody. We're gonna bring them to, I assume, shenanigans.
Sure.
Yeah.
Unless we want to go to shenanigans first, maybe like long rest there, and then teleport to our spaceship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fill in Rictavio.
And then we'll inform the Lord's Alliance what's going on here.
Yeah. So yeah, we would tell this child, Tamora, that we can get all their people out. We just gotta get us to them, and we gotta work quick.
Okay. As you're having this conversation, you hear growls somewhere in the night outside of the building. She goes, okay. And she begins like running around and opening up these slots. Everyone up, everyone out, everyone out. And
No,
like,
no, no,
people
in.
But they have to be in the oh, okay, in. And she like pushes like a face like back down through the tile, and she like begins to go down there herself. You're going down with them?
Yeah, I figured it'd be easier to like hold them off if like they just had to like defend a narrow tunnel
Okay.
versus this whole space.
Okay. You begin to descend into these catacombs. It's cramped, it's dark. The real thing in my mind is how do you get everyone into your teleportation circle?
So the way it's worded is da, 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 da. A shimmering portal opens within the circle I draw. It remains until the end of your next turn.
Gotcha. So people would just like sprint through for 12 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. What I would ask you to do is give me intelligence checks for each of you, and we will determine if you can successfully get everybody aligned into such a pattern so that you can get everyone through the circle. Ooh, 20.
Oof.
Nice. 18's pretty good. And from Vincent,
11.
an 11. Okay. I'm going to say you guys passed. You have a total, like an average of like over 15, I believe. So I think that's going to be a pass in this instance. You successfully get everyone lined up and you're going to shenanigans?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Shenanigans refugee camp.
Mhm.
Shenanigans refugee camp. You burst, you get everyone through the teleportation circle portal, and as you do so, you hear the tops of the tiles being pulled apart and people beginning to claw their way along the ceiling of the tunnel upside down as a vampire spawns begin to descend, and you successfully make it through. As you arrive back at shenanigans, let me do this. I'm not going to be able to have like a gazillion people there for us, but there are a lot of people in shenanigans. I will place you in the entry hall here.
Yeah, they can make camp here for now.
Okay. I will actually, you know what we'll do? We can just grab all these people. So you brought all these people with you, and they're sort of like out here. And as you arrive, they've all sort of begun to move out of the common area onto the front deck. And they're all, you can hear chatter and fear amongst them. And then you see Mort, who's like, why is there a train of people? Oh, good. Oh, you're back. You guys got to see this. Quick, come over here. And
Oh no.
he begins to lead you out the front door.
Oh,
Tell me there's
no.
darkness out here.
There's no darkness. But as you walk out the front door, you see two enormous red dragons flying overhead. And you hear the roar of some other enormous creature. You then see, in the direction of Castle Never, a gold dragon and an enormous red dragon. The red dragon taking off from Castle Never, the gold dragon in its jaws. The gold dragon is an enormous, monstrous looking creature, bigger than anything you've seen in terms of a dragon during this time. The other two red dragons flanking the even larger red dragon are red dragons that are of a size that you've encountered before.
Ooh, do they have like riders on them?
They do not have riders on them. There are no harnesses, there are no saddles. The red dragons, you think they're probably adults, the two of the three, appear to be heavily scarred and battle worn. The enormous, gargantuan, massive red dragon, with the gold dragon limp in its jaws, begins to take off. And as it does so, it throws the gold dragon up into the air, into the ocean, and lets out an enormous furl of fire from its jaws. Looming, wings beating over the city, says,
I hear there's treasure. Citizens of Neverwinter, bring forth your gold and your magic items. And if you're lucky, you'll live. Bring them to Castle Never over the next day.
and with that, we're going to pop it off here.
Oh, well, it looks like we're moving to another city, boys.
Now we just take a long rest, then we go kill
so
this
they do a day,
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But damn, so the gold.
What about Ayuz?
Langhammer's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold dragon. That's the dude. That's our guy.
It is. Yeah.
Wait, so our guy is the one that got killed and tossed into the ocean?
Yeah, Barrack Langhammer.
Unsure if
the-
he's dead, but
is
he's fucked
the-
up from what we saw.
To an even bigger dragon. Massive
Yes.
dragon.
I want to see if I can. Let me see if I have a image of it here. I can share in D&D Beyond or something. But yeah, real big dragon.
If only we had like a secret undercover high-leveled lich in the castle that we could recruit to fight this giant red dragon with.
I think the Lich was
yeah,
partially under Klanghammer's control. So
he could be in on
kind
it.
of screwed there.
I feel like we've developed a little bit of a rapport with him.
Okay. A rapport with
Yeah,
the
we
lich.
gave him some of our blood. Let
Yeah.
him like delve our past. We've been pretty nice to him. He hasn't been like super evil to us. As far as liches go,
Yeah, I thought I'd consider him a friend. An acquaintance, at minimum.
I feel like he probably doesn't want to give his like magic book and all of his shit to this red dragon.
Well, you know, gotta do what you gotta do.